Boys in the Baku. Boys.
What is good? We are back. Actually, we are here for the very first time. The boys in the Baku. This weekend, UFC goes to Baku, Azerbaijan. So the boys in the back have become the boys in the Baku. I am 1/3 of the boys in the Baku. Connor Burks joined alongside me, as always, Mr. New York Rick, Eric Jackman. Frankie, how we doing back there, brother?
Great, man. How are you?
How we doing Baku there, brother? That was a great theme song. That was a great intro there by you.
The Baku is awesome.
The Baku is awesome. I wish we were actually there. Unfortunately, we're not. But, we figured we'd get into the theme. We'd get in the spirit of the weekend in honor of this card. The first time the UFC will ever be in Azerbaijan.
Yeah. Hopefully not the last. It seems like there's a lot of excitement around the event. They brought a really strong card to it. So maybe they'll run this back.
Man, I mean, from the pictures and the videos that I'm seeing,
it
looks
incredible.
like an incredible city.
Yeah.
It really does look incredible. I was looking up some food for it. I think like plav, like a rice dish, is like one of their specialties. It looks incredible. So yeah, shout out.
A lot of times, we talk about how the UFC goes to locations where they're paying site fees and trying to bring people in. A lot of times, the governments of these countries or cities are paying for these events to happen so that tourists can come into town when the event comes and things like that. But it's also, you'll notice every once in a while they're doing commercials and the broadcasts and things like this. Baku, if this was funded by the tourism board, they got their money's worth, because I've been convinced that like Baku is somewhere I want to go before I die. Like it has delivered on on the promise of what I expected when I see the visuals of it. When we were doing some of this and learning more about the culture, all the fighters have talked about how beautiful it is. They've done well if that was the goal.
They have that, and then they also have the F1 race. So I have seen some scenes before from there. It looks amazing. The Land of Fire.
Yeah,
there's a natural gas fire that's just burning around the clock that you can go see there.
So we're going to Baku at some point. The boys in the Baku.
Flight to Istanbul, we get the hair transplant, and then off to Azerbaijan for the rest of the trip. It'll be incredible. And then I can just use one of those sick hats to cover up the hair transplant while we're there, so no one will be the wiser. We'll preview that entire card. We'll do fight feasts on the back end of that. Unfortunately, not for Azerbaijan. For my trip to Atlanta, I will take you around the 404. We'll show you that later in the show, pound for pound. Voicemail, super chats, bets, all of the good stuff. But before we get to all that, a little bit of news off the top here. Jon Jones went on the Full Send MMA podcast and had a multitude of things to say. We have some quote cards from it, essentially talking about Tom Aspinall, Francis Ngannou, where he's at in his fighting career. Let's just run through those. You can see here he says, I think Dana, obviously referring to Dana White, gets things done. I think business speaks before emotions. If Francis Ngannou presents himself in a humble way, I think he could very easily be back in the UFC.
Okay, so this is interesting. Jon commenting on like whether Francis could potentially be back in the UFC. Again, because it seems like Jon and Tom are not going to potentially fight. But Jon has been outlining like, oh, if Francis Ngannou comes back, that's a fight I'm interested in. So he's kind of been shifting the attention away from the fact that him and Tom is not going to happen. Yesterday on the show, Ariel basically said we had a list of names of fighters, including like Jorge Masvidal, Nate Diaz, Francis Ngannou, Conor McGregor, Darren Till. How likely are they to return to the UFC? He had Francis Ngannou like dead last on that list of returning to the UFC. I still have hope, because I think ultimately the UFC will be in a position where if this Jon and Tom fight does not happen, the only person that is walking this earth that I think people would be interested in seeing Tom Aspinall fight is Francis Ngannou. He's the only one that I think has any name cachet. All due respect to Cyril Gane, who will probably ultimately be the matchup for Tom Aspinall. I don't think people will think that's going to be a competitive fight. I don't think Cyril Gane carries the presence and the name that Francis Ngannou does. Suffice it to say that we've seen that fight, and Francis Ngannou beat Cyril Gane with a busted knee. So I think Francis Ngannou is a name that would, from a business standpoint, be very attractive to the UFC. The part that I kind of rub up against, and I hope it happens, I hope Francis Ngannou does actually come back to the UFC at some point. The part that I kind of rub up against is this idea of Jon saying like Francis needs to be humble. Has Francis Ngannou ever been anything but humble, especially as it relates to the UFC? UFC has consistently acted like Francis Ngannou like fled and ran away and ducked and was like this guy who tucked tail when the Jon Jones fight came up, when in actuality it was just a contract negotiation. It was a money thing and a respect thing, and Francis Ngannou took his business elsewhere. But in the things that have been said about Francis Ngannou versus the things that Francis Ngannou has said back, he's been quite classy and quite humble and quite respectful. So I don't know where this idea that like Francis has this like inflated ego, other than Dana White saying Francis Ngannou has an inflated ego. But like this idea of Francis Ngannou humbling himself kind of confuses me, as if he has been anything but humble in the past. I don't know if that means like groveling. Does Francis have to come back and be like, Dana, please, let me back in the UFC? That will never happen.
He could be referring to that just because it feels like the relationship, that the ties between them broke in sort of a bad manner. Him going to the PFL, Dana talking about he'll never be back in the UFC, he'll never fight here again, yada, yada, yada.
By the way, important to note, Dana himself has said, it wasn't Francis and Dana having this conversation. It was always Hunter, because he didn't want to deal with this. It was Hunter and Francis. So, like, does he owe Hunter Campbell an apology? Does he have to come groveling? I don't foresee that ever happening, so maybe that will be the barrier. But, like, it makes all the sense in the world for Francis to come back to the UFC.
I'm with you in the idea that if he has to grovel, it ain't happening.
No. What does he have to grovel about?
The man's made. He's got his money. He's a champion. He doesn't need to do that. Now, do you think Jon Jones is bringing this up because he talks later in the interview about how he's just like, man, I don't really care about fighting right now.
Let's show that quote and then we'll go back to it.
About him not being excited.
Okay, so this is about Tom specifically. He's not in a position to excite me. If I whoop his ass, there's going to be a whole new fan base of somebody who everybody believes in. So I actually agree with this quote, but we'll unpack this in a second. Let's go back to the idea of, is he kind of like diverting attention away from it?
Do you think when he talks about Francis Ngannou, his excitement would come back for a guy like Francis Ngannou? If Ngannou comes back to the UFC, that's how you get Jon Jones to fight again.
Yes, but he's doing what he's claiming other people will do, except in reverse, and I'll explain. He's only excited about the idea of Francis Ngannou because the other option is Tom Aspinall, who he's not excited about. Whether I believe that or not, I'm not sure. But he's claiming Francis Ngannou is this other guy that's now exciting. Francis Ngannou wasn't exciting to him when they were talking about Francis Ngannou versus Jon Jones. It wasn't exciting to him, and then Francis leaves the UFC. Now all of a sudden he's exciting. Jon is doing what he just claimed that other people are going to do. He's like, if I beat this guy, there's going to be a new name that everybody's all excited about. He's literally doing this. He's saying there's another name. Here's the Francis Ngannou. He's presenting another name. So it's kind of like Jon is talking out of both sides of his mouth, and he's can kind of continue to do this as this whole saga has unfolded, where he'd be like, I'm still a fighter, but I'm not retired, but I don't know if I want to fight Tom Aspinall. He's not exciting to me. But like, there's all these qualifiers. There's all these like conflicting things that he talks about. Ultimately, I do think he would fight Francis Ngannou, but I also think he's kind of rested on the idea of like, Francis probably isn't coming back, and he can just throw that name out there as a smokescreen while this whole Tom thing continues to drag on.
He also, when he talks about Tom, he's just like, he's awesome, man.
He's great.
I hope he goes on to have a great and illustrious career.
Yeah. The fake humble Jon.
So let's go to the Tom part.
Yeah.
He essentially says,
he doesn't excite him.
A, Tom doesn't excite me, and B, I couldn't really care less about fighting right now. Though he did say, I could care less about fighting, yeah.
Here we have the quote.
I don't want to say that I'm retired because fighting's in my blood. Right now, I could really care less about fighting. It obviously means I couldn't care less, just a pet peeve of mine. When the itch comes back, if it comes back, then I'll do it with my whole heart. So, like, man,
again, talking out of both sides of the mouth.
It does not sound like this dude is fighting anytime soon.
Well, it's like, if the itch comes back, blah, blah, like, then I'll put my heart into it. Okay, but you're saying that if Francis came, then all of a sudden you're like on a dime, your heart is back in it and you want to fight? Like, just, look, I blame Jon Jones for this, like, wishy-washy thing. Just say what you mean. I don't want to fight. God bless Tom Aspinall. I hope he fights Cyril Gane, and I hope he has a great performance. And then just say, I'm done, I'm retired. I blame him for that part of it. It's been very wishy-washy. He's not helping by just muddying the waters. But more than Jon, I actually blame the UFC. We've reached the point of ridiculousness with this whole saga. It has been long time for them to strip Jon Jones. Like, don't put the decision in Jon Jones's hands. Don't, as Dana White, go out as early as earlier this week and be like, a few weeks, we'll give a deadline to Jon Jones. It should have been 3 months ago. Like, there was a time for us to wait. That time is over. There was a time for Tom Aspinall to wait. That time is long over. Strip Jon Jones and just move on. It's the UFC's job to do that, not Jon Jones's job to be like, here, please take my belt. Could he have done that? Have others in the past done that? Yes, but that's not his responsibility. The UFC is the one who controls that and should have just taken the belt from him. So I blame them both, but I give the UFC the lion's share of the blame.
And man, in combination with Dana going from, oh, it's 1,000% going to happen. Oh, it's definitely going to happen. Oh, we're going to make it happen. And now it's just like, man, there's just a couple weeks to go. And then Jon being like, man, I told the UFC my plans a long, long time ago. I've known what I'm going to do. It just makes it feel like there's just no chance at it happening now. I've never felt less enthusiastic about the chance of Jon versus Tom happening.
When Dana White was at 1,000%, I was at 0.0001. It was the decimal, like reverse the number and put the decimal on the other side. There was no chance. There was just no chance when Dana White's doing the I'm 1,000% sure it's going to happen, this and that. Based on what? Like if it was going to happen, it would have happened already. This feels a lot more in line with what my expectations were.
I also agree with you in that it's on the UFC at this point. Strip Jon Jones or announce Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Those are the two options, and it needs to happen now. By the end of International Fight Week, by the time Dana leaves the dais after being at International Fight Week, the post-fight press conference, we need a decision on what's going on here.
Again, Jon has done himself no favors with this wishy-washy shit. Like no favors at all. It has really soured some people on him and made this swell of support for Tom stronger. But it's not up to him. It is up to the UFC. And if they are still holding out hope, like we're going to convince Jon Jones, I don't know how much more clear he could be that he doesn't want to fight. Another quote where he's like, the fire's not there, especially for Tom Aspinall. Maybe it'll come back one day. The guy doesn't want to fight. It's pretty obvious. Let's just do it.
I also couldn't disagree with him more. I know he talks about like there will always be another guy and his fan base will get behind him and everything like that. What's going to Volkov? His fan base is going to come at him. Jelton Almeida's fan base is going to come at him. Like Tom Aspinall is the rightful interim champion. He fought against Stipe Miocic instead of going against the interim champion and unifying the belts. Tom Aspinall has the shortest average fight time. He's blowing through everyone. He is just running through everyone like a freight train. He actually has a chance to beat Jon Jones. I believe on the odds for this hypothetical fight, Tom Aspinall is currently the favorite. Like, give me a break on this. Like, okay, he beats Tom Aspinall, and then it's like, well, you got to fight Jelton. Like, you got to fight Cyril Gahn.
I got to confess something.
No.
That's the one part I agree with Jon Jones.
Out of here with that.
That's the one part I agree with.
You got to fight Jelton now. Stop.
There's always going to be a guy. He's right about that part. There's no other clear guy.
I don't think there's any other guy that they're going to be like,
Francis.
Dude, you are... No, I understand. But like, there's not going to be another guy. Francis he's over in the PFL. It would take a ton to get him back over to the UFC. But like this clear, like, I feel like a lot of people are turning on him because they're just like, oh, you are ducking Tom Aspinall. There is a clear contender that we think can beat you, that he thinks can beat you. I mean, Tom Aspinall said in that post-fight interview where he's calling Jon out. He's just like, nothing against you, man. I just think I'm better than you and I can beat you. Like, there's no one else like that.
I don't want to harp on it, but they said that about Francis, and then all of a sudden Tom came. There will always be another. There will always be another. That's how this sport works. Jon is correct about that part, but that doesn't excuse him from the idea of you still need to fight Tom. If you are going to do anything, you need to fight Tom. If you're not going to do anything and you're just going to retire,
please, man.
See ya. We're good.
One of the greatest to ever live.
The greatest, in my opinion. We're good. Okay, now let's move on. But it's up to the UFC. Strip him already. It's time. I imagine by International Fight Week this will happen.
You think they hold out 59 days?
What's 59 days?
Then he would be the longest reigning heavyweight champion of all time. He would break Cain Velasquez's record.
Oh, my God. No, I think by International Fight Week, we will know what Tom Aspinall's next move is, and I assume it will be fighting Cyril Gahn.
And like it feels like International Fight Week, it feels like us going to Vegas has just been like kind of like off in the ether for a while, and it's just like next week.
Yeah,
next week. So we're saying sitting here in a short 10 days time, we'll potentially have the answer.
I think so. It has dragged on way too long.
Because I guess we have 318 and 319. I was gonna say like it's time for them to start looking at booking the fall schedule, give us something else big to look forward to.
Remember how long it took to book this one? Sometimes they just wait till the last minute.
Facts. All right, so that was Jon Jones. A couple of tidbits from his interview with Full Send MMA podcast. Another podcast that had an interesting guest. The Pound for Pound podcast with Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo had Joaquin Buckley on, which I thought was great sportsmanship from Joaquin Buckley to go on against the guy that just beat him. I wasn't able to listen to the entire thing, but there were a couple funny tidbits of them talking about their fight this past week.
Yeah, it seemed like Joaquin was in had tremendous respect for Usman, as you'd expect. Like on the way, when he's on the way up, that's the guy who was probably the champion that he most like identifies with and recognizes from when he was kind of on his rise. Very respectful, and just like they kind of broke it down, and he kind of attributed it basically to like wrestlers are always going to be a problem. Not for him necessarily, but like the division is full of guys who can grapple, which is a fair point, right? Like you look at the top of that division, the Shavkats, even the Ian Garys, who I think has underrated grappling, to Sean Brady, to Bilal Muhammad, to Kamaru Usman. Like it's a lot of guys who can really grapple. So it's going to be tough sledding if you can. And I think Buckley showed that he has levels to go in that. But yeah, respect shown toward Kamaru Usman and then back from Usman to Buckley.
Yeah, he was very respectful in the cage too. They interviewed him afterward. I was at the event, and he essentially just talked about, it's been an honor to be in here with Usman. I learned a lot, and I'll go from here. Where he wasn't respectful, was on his own YouTube channel. Israel Adesanya does his fight companion, his watch along or whatever that he posts on his YouTube channel, and he was just like, man, I hate this dude. He's just so annoying. I don't know why he annoys the hell out of me. And then Buckley went on his YouTube channel and responded. He says, I don't know why you're on my dick anyway. You ain't no real fighter. You want to be a little pretty boy. You can get this work any given time, bro.
He had some other choice words as well.
Oh, he had a lot to say. Yeah. He had a lot to say. He was going after Izzy hard. To me, it just feels like he's just clapping back at Adesanya talking shit. And also, with the weight classes being this close, we've seen Buckley at 185. It feels like Buckley, priming himself up to fight Israel Adesanya. Wouldn't be the worst thing he could do.
It wouldn't be, and for Israel, that feels like a winnable fight, maybe something that he could be coaxed into. He also mentioned in that YouTube video that he posted that he had ran into Israel Adesanya at the PI and told him to his face, like, what do you want to do, bro? Like, let's fight. And Izzy didn't have anything to say. I'd like to hear both sides of that story. But either way, it seems like there's some tension underlying between Buckley and Adesanya. I do get the sense that
I don't even know if it's underlying.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Both come out
you're
and
right.
like,
it's
I
very
hate
blatant.
Dude.
I do think it's probably more one-sided than it would appear, right? I have a feeling that Buckley is more bothered by it and also more anxious to talk about it than Israel is. I don't think Israel is going to be too keen to continue this.
I doubt we see Adesanya address it. I think he was just kind of bullshitting in his living room. The dude was also fighting like one of his close friends in Kamaru Usman. So,
Izzy's been a champion before. Izzy's one of the
multi-time
most
champion,
recognizable faces in the UFC.
One of the biggest stars. Like he's definitely a fighter. He's definitely a fighter.
That's a great point. He's definitely a fighter, not just trying to be a pretty boy. If Israel were to fight Buckley, he'd be doing him a favor, not the other way around, right? Like it's not Buckley has everything to gain and Adesanya has everything to lose. It just feels like a no-win, and Izzy could just move on without this affecting his day too much.
All right, one last point in news. You brought this one up to me. One championship.
Yes.
Chatri and Arjun Buller seemingly going at it.
Well, on the way out of the promotion, Arjun Buller had a fight where Chatri basically said he shamed himself, he shamed his country, really went in on him. And he's been known to kind of do that on certain fighters or other people that he doesn't like. And Arjun's always taken the high road and kind of been classy in keeping his opinions to himself. But earlier today on X, he went on a little bit of a Twitter stream in response to a tweet by Globe SVCS, one of my favorite follows. He kind of covers the scene, but specifically one championship. And Arjun had this to say. He said, told me Purple Man had a hamstring injury before our first fight date. I didn't even ask, but I guess he wanted to be my bestie then. So this was in regard to a fight that he had booked and Chatri interacting with him about that. The guy's a bum car salesman who has burned through well over $500 million before moving his accounts to the Caymans to hide and before getting Qatari money. He'll be remembered as the biggest failure in the history of the sport and have to change his name again. I'll be just fine. He continues, he would always apologize to me on a private call after, which I never understood. At least have some balls to stand by your hate and lies. I knew the game when I got into the sport, though, so it never mattered. But Juicy Purple Man from Russia brought it all. Best was how he referred to himself as Lorenzo, him being Chatri, and Matt Hume from One as Dana. Motherfucking Lorenzo's a true G who would eat him for breakfast and is a multi-billionaire, and you're $1 billion in debt. One truth, though, he wouldn't be able to run the House of Cards without his side piece Hume. That guy, real dirt, I guess he's saying like is real dirty maybe, did the real dirt, learn from Pride and Joe Silva. So kind of scathing from Arjun, but understandable, especially how he was kind of treated on the way out the door. And as we continue,
when he refers to Purple Man, is he talking about Anatoly Malkin?
It must be, yeah, because that's what he's referred to like a booking in the past, but
that's how he lost his belt and won, and that dude is Russian as well.
And he even said in it, "Juicy Purple Man from Russia." So
seething from Arjun Bull,
but more toward Chatri, if we're being honest.
No, for sure. I'm not. He's just throwing it out there for Malkin. He's going at Chatri, and the biggest failure in the history of the sport.
Well, he's
talking a lot about like blowing through money, accepting Qatari money, all this stuff. Seething.
One's finances are always kind of like in dispute, and one of the things that Bloody Elbow, when that was still around, covered quite extensively. It just feels like one is not even really like a player in the MMA space anymore, right? They have the Thai boxing and the kickboxing, and that's kind of their lane. But it's always interesting to hear, and who knows if Chatri will respond to that. But I found it interesting that Arjun went that aggressively at Chatri earlier today.
Yeah, it was jarring to see for old Arjun Buller, who came in studio just a couple months ago. And he's an upbeat guy.
Yeah, a super positive guy.
Super positive dude.
But good for him. I mean, the things that Chatri said probably deserve something to be said, and
especially
it seemed like
dude that takes so much pride in his country to say the things that he did about him is wild.
But interesting times, and we'll see if Chatri or one has a response.
All right, let's jump to UFC Baku this weekend. That is actually quite a good card. You got a few Azerbaijani representatives on there. Main event is fantastic. It's a solid card. We get a noon kickoff here in the States on ABC. I'm really looking forward to it. There's the main card for you. Not bad, man. Not bad. You got Fiziev, Blades, Nazim Sadikov, obviously repping Azerbaijan. Tofik Musayev repping Azerbaijan. Naimov repping the area. It's a good one. Let's start with there's the prelims right there. Our guy Oban Elliott, Iron Turtle on there. We could have gone with this, but no big deal. A very solid card, especially when you get Hamdi versus Mo Usman as your curtain jerker. That's akin to Cody Garbrandt, Davison Figueiredo curtain jerker for UFC 300.
I don't know if I can get there.
Shout out to Hamdi. All right, let's go with the main event. Jamahal Hill taking on Khalil Rountree. Banger.
Great fight.
This is what you sign up for as a UFC fan, as a fan of mixed martial arts. This is the one. Let me just give you a couple statistics here.
Hit me.
To support the argument. Neither of these gentlemen has a single submission victory on their record.
Makes sense.
To take it one step further, neither gentleman has ever successfully landed a takedown in their UFC career.
Have they shot for any?
I don't know. I can't confirm that or not.
Okay.
But it's straight zeros on UFCstats.com. And they have quite a few UFC fights between them. And then 16 of their combined 25 wins are way of knockout. Yeah. I think this is a striker's delight. And I think one of them probably gets sparked. They both have several losses by knockout as well. Both of them carry a ton of power. Across 25 minutes, I feel like someone is probably going to get got.
Yeah, you also have to think that this is an important spot for this division, right?
Oh man, for both of them.
Whoever wins this, it feels like re-enters a title conversation quite quickly. I think Hill's always kind of been in it because he had this run-in with Alex Pereira and has always been calling his name. Magomed Ankalaev seems like somebody that Hill could match up with pretty nicely. And Rountree is not fresh off. His most recent outing was that great performance against Alex Pereira that everybody was thrilled and awed by. And so if he picks up a win here, he's kind of got that momentum back, right? It's like, oh man, Rountree is everything that he showed in that Pereira fight and can be dangerous either again to Alex Pereira or even to reigning champion Magomed Ankalaev. So I think there's a lot on the line, which makes me think that they will be going for the kill. They will be trying to put their stamp on this because it can very quickly enter them into that title conversation, especially with Yuri off studying, doing his exams and graduating university. Like, who knows who's the front runner? But if you put up a great performance, I think you automatically kind of like skip to the front of that line.
Now, is there any argument? I know we all loved the Alex Pereira Khalil Rountree fight. It was an unbelievable fight. He did take a lot of damage in that fight.
Sure.
He is 35 years old.
Yep.
And that was sort of a massive jump in competition. He handled it brilliantly, put on a fantastic performance that we all won't forget. He is staying right at that upper echelon of 205. Now, is there any concern with the age, with how much damage he took, this staying at this high level of competition that maybe, I don't want to say too much for Khalil, but like this is lined a minus 115, minus 105 fight. I just feel like Jamahal Hill across his resume has fought the better brand of competition than Rountree.
Okay, let me answer the first part. The age I'm not concerned about because the miles is more important, and he doesn't have as many miles.
Yeah, he's only got like 19 professional fights.
He's not as worn, I think, as somebody. So, and also for his age, I mean, look, you just look at the guy's shape; it's absolutely ridiculous.
Insane.
He looks like an action figure. The abs are absolutely ridiculous, and so I'm not concerned about that part. I think he'll be in fantastic condition. I think as long as the mileage is lower, which it is for him, right? He's not a guy like Alex Pereira, for example, has a ton of miles on him, right? And he's older in age, but he was able to get it done. I'd be more concerned on that end. I'm not concerned about that part. If you look at the level of competition, all right, let's do it like almost like fight for fight, right? We've got Alex Pereira and Alex Pereira. We'll cross those off.
They both unfortunately lost those.
Yeah. Jamal's got Yuri. That's a strong name to have on your resume.
He did lose that one, but it was a great fight up until the knockout.
100%.
Great fight. It was 1-1 going into round 3.
I don't think Khalil has anything equivalent to that. So we'll put that as a big shining star for Jamahal. But then you get lower than that, and it's like Glover, Thiago Santos, like on the way out area, Johnny Walker, Jimmy Crute, Paul Craig. Like
Owen St. Peru.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a sterling resume by any means.
It's not that much better than like Anthony Smith, Chris Dawkins, Dustin Jacoby, Carl Roberson, Modestas Bukauskas. Like it's kind of similar. It is a level above, but not much.
Yeah, neither of them are like mind blowing. Marcin Progno loss, Kutalaba loss.
It's the Yuri fight that really stands outside of it, and he lost that fight.
They are. I mean, we talk about the damage he took against Alex Pereira. I mean, Jamahal Hill has been knocked out in 2 straight fights. He also is 34 himself. I remember watching the Rountree Jacoby fight, and I scored it heavily for the hand yak. I was like 29-28 Jacoby in that one. But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a fantastic fight. I just don't know. Like, I don't have an edge on who I think is going to win. I just think who's able to land more and who's able to land that shot that hurts the other guy.
Well, I think what makes this hard to assess is they both got the big fight and they both lost. Like they both got the Alex Pereira opportunity and it didn't go their way. And for both of them, Alex was able to finish them. So it wasn't like we learned much other than Khalil is tough. I think Jamahal is tough. I don't think even though he's been knocked out, I don't think he gets credit. There were some times that it looked dicey in the Yuri fight even before the finish and in the Alex Pereira fight where he hung in there.
In the Glover fight, he took some damage as well.
Yeah, he's tough, and I don't think the knockouts kind of disqualify that. So I expect that both of them are going to probably take and land some good shots before even the finish. I don't think it's going to be this like one guy goes in and absolutely starches or blitzes the other guy early. I think we'll see some really like heavy exchanges, and then ultimately maybe one is able to wear on the other. I don't know which way to lean. I truly don't have a good, strong feeling on this fight.
Yeah, neither do I. I just feel confident that it will be a good fight. It's not one of those ones where I'm just like, bury me out back if it doesn't go the distance, or if it goes to a decision. If it goes to the cards, bury me out back. That's how much of a lock it is. But I do think it's going to be a very exciting fight for 25 minutes if it lasts that long.
To that point, both of these guys, as we said, are tough. So I could see a world where either one is winning a technical decision, right? Like if Khalil is like heavy on the leg kicks and just kind of like bouncing in and out and making Jamahal kind of just like stay in place. Or if Jamahal is like slick with the footwork and on the outside with the boxing and just kind of frustrating Khalil that way, I could see either of those outcomes. I don't think it's like this guaranteed knockout. It won't be boring though. It won't just be like this like kind of like uncompetitive, like kind of karate point fighting look. These guys land heavy and hard, both fast, both explosive. Like it's going to be a good fight. So I'm with you. I don't think it's like guaranteed knockout, but I do think it has a very, very high chance of being a good and exciting fight.
I think whoever wins is probably one away from a title.
That's
shot.
it. You're right back there.
Despite having both lost Alex Pereira for the title, I think whoever wins, I mean, you put him up against a Carlos Olberg, maybe a Yuri, maybe he needs one more.
But that's Hill's biggest obstacle, right? With Rountree, it's like, okay, the world's your oyster, right? You get a win, you can fight a Yuri, you could fight a Olberg, and you're back, or you could even hop right to a title shot. People will be like, oh my God, remember last time, and put him back in there. With Hill, the loss to Yuri and the loss to Alex kind of like slows that role. You might need Olberg.
Yeah, it feels like you need to put him against Olberg and Yuri and Alex to both stumble. You need to have Magomed waiting for you. Either way, it's a fascinating fight. I think the loser, maybe like a Rakic.
Sure.
Maybe a Dominic Reyes.
Either way, the performance by Olberg, I don't think did enough to make people go, Olberg has to be the guy. So take this opportunity and stamp it and make yourself the number one contender.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sitting on the fence. I just don't know.
I don't know. Win. I don't know.
I don't know who's going to win. I think it's properly lined. At one point in the week, I saw Khalil riding down to like a minus 150, minus 155 range, but it's shot back up with people putting money on Hill. I feel like it's rightfully lined as a coin flip.
I agree.
Co-main event, Rafael Fiziev taking on Ignacio Bahamondes. Talk about a guy that needs a win. Rafael Fiziev, 3 straight losses. Obviously,
okay, who are they to, though?
I was just about to say the Gamrot was injury, and then 2 to Gaethje.
Yeah, and Gamrot's also an absolute savage.
Yes, I 100% agree with you, but like you don't want to have 4 red blocks next to your name. Doesn't matter how you got them or who they were against.
Yeah, the most interesting part of this to me is it seemed like after Ariel spoke to Rafael right after the Gaethje fight, and it seemed like he was like, yeah, maybe 45. Like, I'm not feeling too big in this division. And now he's in there with one of the bigger guys in the division.
I was just going to say, this dude's talking about fighting at 145, and now he's going to fight a dude that is 6'3" with a 75-inch reach.
I don't love that.
I don't love it either, but also this is the toughest test for Ignacio Bahamondes. I know he's on this 3-fight round 1 win streak right now, but his loss did come to Ludovic Klein, who is similarly sized to Rafael Fiziev.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Fiziev's going to have to go to the body. I think he's going to have to mix in takedowns, which you've seen him have success in fights previously.
Even against Gaethje, just the last fight.
Yeah, of course. I think he landed 2 takedowns in that one. I mean, Klein mixed in the takedowns.
Yeah.
You know, headshots, of course, but also mixed in work to the body. I feel like that's what Fiziev's going to have to do, and I think he's equipped to be able to do that.
For me, I agree with everything you just said. Like, I believe that there are ways to win for Fiziev, and Bahamondes has looked vulnerable before against people who are the same size as Fiziev. My thing, though, is I think Bahamondes is better than that version that lost to Klein. Like,
of course.
It feels like right now he's at such a dangerous point, like in terms of how dangerous he can be, that I don't know that whatever Fiziev is going to try to do is going to be effective against this version of Bahamondes. Like, he just really looks like he's putting it all together, and his ability to finish fights is just absolutely ridiculous.
The creativity and like the arsenal that he has at his disposal. If you just look at it, on Contender Series, he got a front kick against Roosevelt Roberts at the buzzer, one of the craziest finishes I've seen in 2021, the wheel kick.
Yep.
In 2022, he gets a Bravo choke over Rongju, then a couple decisions, head kick against Giagos, Manuel Torres, counter right to ground strikes, and then Jalen Turner, a nasty triangle choke.
Yeah, after also pounding him, like battering him around the cage.
Finishing every fight in creative different ways.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see how Fiziev is going to be able to close that gap. Even against Gaethje, he had trouble in a lot of instances in closing that gap and navigating that size, because Gaethje's, a big lightweight. Like, maybe he's moderately sized lightweight. Ignacio is going to be even tougher. Can he do it? Yeah, I think he can do it. But man, it feels like physically this is the wrong type of matchup for a guy who was just talking about going to 45. Fiziev is a brick shithouse, but he's just he's a fire hydrant. He's stocky, and his back is the size of most humans' bodies. But the height, the reach is going to be so hard to overcome, and Bahamondes is such an absolute killer, man. I just feel like he's going to find somewhere. Is he going to finish him? Maybe not. Fiziev is shown to be extremely tough, even against Gaethje, rocked multiple times. Like, he's tougher than a $2 steak, but Bahamondes is such a physical specimen and such a good finisher that I don't feel comfortable finding the way for Fiziev to win as easily as it is for me to go, Bahamondes is going to find it.
And if you look at Fiziev's record, he's never really fought like a gigantically tall dude.
I mean, there's a few in that division.
6'3", 7 inches taller is That's a large
ridiculous.
difference.
Yeah.
That is a large difference.
And by the way, like Jalen Turner, another huge lightweight, Bahamondes, there was a time where he looked a little scrawny. He's growing into that man body.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, 27 years old.
He's
only getting better with each fight.
Yeah, he looks it. And Jalen Turner kind of is like a physically imposing dude. Bahamondes didn't look like he was being imposed upon in that fight. So, yeah, I'm concerned about how that's going to go for Fiziev, but I think there's a path to victory, but I don't think it's going to be easy, even if he is able to get it done.
No, I think it's going to be a great scrap.
Yeah.
And if Bahamondes wins, man, now you got another player at 155. He'll jump into that top 12, top 10 range.
You could do worse than getting behind this dude who is a highlight reel waiting to happen. He's got the last 3 fights, you said, first round finishes, 3 performance of the night bonuses on that one. He had that wheel kick against Roosevelt Roberts. Like, this dude puts on exciting fights and could be a name for a long time.
Puts on exciting fights, gets insane finishes, and reps Chile. I imagine the UFC has not had a significant Chilean fighter.
Yeah, and now they have a guy, and they've been great at this, right? You find one individual country, the country gets behind this guy, you keep rising him in the ranks. I think this could be something special. So I lean Bahamondes here. I actually haven't looked at the line in a minute. What is the line on this one?
This one was the same thing as the main event. It was close to a pick'em. Bahamondes getting some betting right now. Minus 130 Bahamondes, plus 110 Rafael Fiziev.
I probably lean toward that Bahamondes line.
Man, that's a closely lined fight. Both the co-main and the main are just fantastic.
Great fights, man.
Great fights. Let's keep it rolling to the featured bout of the evening. Curtis Blades taking on Rizvan Kunyev. There's a few guys making their UFC debut on this card, Rizvan being one of them. We saw him in PFL. He beat Hernan Ferreira, and then he tested positive for like 8 different types of steroids. And that one got overturned to a no contest. He looked good on the contender series this past August. Getting Curtis Blades
Tough debut.
as your debut. And like the UFC has been determined to make this one happen. This is the 3rd time it's been booked, and we're finally getting it. It's a lot to ask on your debut, man. Getting a top 5 heavyweight. I know it's not the deepest division, but still, this is a dude that has fought the best of this division. And if you don't knock out Curtis Blades, I mean, the stat is actually he is 18-0 if you don't knock him out. All of his 5 of his losses are by KOs. Like, if you don't knock him out, he's probably going to win.
That's basically what I was going to say. Like, this is a Curtis Blades fight. If Curtis wrestles, he wins. If he doesn't wrestle, he might get knocked out. That's basically how these go. What is the odds on this one?
Right now, this one's coming in as well. Curtis Blades minus 235, Kunyev plus 200.
Yeah, that makes sense because basically it would be 500. It would be minus 400, 500 if Curtis Blades hadn't always like lost by knockout and feeling like that's such an obvious path to victory for everybody. If he comes in, mixes in enough of the striking and is able to implement his wrestling, I don't think this will be a hard night at the office for Curtis Blades. I think it will ultimately just be one-way traffic for Curtis. If he stands on the feet too long, who knows?
Who knows? I mean, I know we've seen people have success in their debut before, but it feels like we're on a run of debutants not having the best time, and they're getting tough matchups.
No, this is extremely tough.
For not only Rizvan, but the next fight, Metabek Oralbai taking on Tofik Musayev, who is from Azerbaijan. We've seen him in Ryzen. He's fought Alexander Shabli. He's fought Patricky Pitbull. He's fought really good competition, but this is a tough debut in the UFC, man. Oralbai is tough as a $2 steak. He's got good ground game. He's got cardio. Like, Musayev's going to have the advantage on the feet for sure. I mean, he's got massive knockout power. He's got 18 KOs on his resume. But, man, if this gets to the ground, and there's not a ton of tape on his ground game, if this one gets to the ground, I feel like Oralbai is going to be able to do a lot of good work. And again, it's just a debut that is not easy.
I think that you're right about that part because Oralbai, I think, is one of those prospects that everybody loves, especially because of his toughness, like as we saw in the last fight. The difference between this fight and some of those others that we've been talking about, and even Blades versus Kunyev, is Musayev has actually fought the better competition.
Yeah.
He's not been in the UFC, but Musayev has been doing this longer and against tougher opposition than Oralbai. So actually, even though he's the one making the UFC debut, if you're going resume for resume, it's not even close. Musayev has fought way better competition. So I think it comes down to, like, what is the projection for Oralbai and where is he actually now at this point in his career? I think we all think Oralbai is really good and can be really good and has a high ceiling, but it actually might be too early for Oralbai. That's how I'm viewing this one.
Okay.
Because Musayev is, like, way more
Been around the
experience
block,
against
for sure.
guys that I would consider like tough matchups for Orolbai. Like again, I'm high on Orolbai. It could be it's just like Musayev is like he comes in and Orolbai is as good as everybody thinks and he does get it done, but
Or
resume
Musayev.
for resume, it's on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, Patricky Pitbull, Roberto de Souza over in Rising, went over to Bellator, Sydney Outlaw, Alexander Shabley. Like
Yeah.
he's fought in good dudes, switching up between Bellator and Rising essentially for the last 7 years. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be great. If it stays standing, I think Orolbai's cooked.
No,
I think
sure.
he's cooked for sure. It doesn't matter how tough he is.
Yeah, but maybe in that toughness, like was it Klein? What was the fight with Orolbai? No, it was Rebecca.
Yeah.
In that fight, even on the feet when he's getting absolutely battered, he's able to find a leg somehow and take him down. He's just impossible to kind of like deal with. But if it turns into primarily a striking battle, I do think he's at a significant disadvantage. I just don't think it will be wholly a striking battle. He's too good at kind of finding that way, especially if he finds himself hurt, to just get into a clinch or get into a position where he's on top. It'll be interesting to see how each of them deals with the opposition's kind of offense.
And Musayev, feel like he had to have benefited from the UFC going to Baku because he
100%.
reps Azerbaijan. It felt like a no-brainer.
Put him on there, yeah.
Oh, dude, you fought some great competition. You get knockouts. You fight in this country. We'll throw you a bone, give you a chance here.
Even in Bellator and his early career, he's had like a small but very like vocal following. Like he's somebody that has been on the radar for a long, long time as somebody that people have really wanted to see. And I'm glad he's getting this opportunity. But certainly, as you said, like if it's not in Azerbaijan, maybe it happens somewhere else, or maybe it doesn't happen at all. This feels like an obvious, easy layup.
It feels like the crowd's going to be turning up. The one before this is Nassim Sadikov versus Nicholas Moda, and then we go into Musayev. Then you get a break with Blades and Kunyev, and then Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. That's where all three of your fighters from Azerbaijan will be fighting. Almost, I wish it was 3 in a row, but I understand Fiziev being in the co-main. That's gonna be fantastic. The crowd is going to be on one for sure. The Sadikov Moda fight, Sadikov minus 400 in that one.
He looked good in the comeback, so I understand. Like I get that. But
yeah, I mean the knockout against Bonfim was nasty.
Yeah, so I'm understanding, but Moda's tough, man. Like I don't think this is. How do I feel about minus 400? Maybe the line should be a little closer than that.
I mean, he got Bonfim off, like, didn't even come out for round 2. Nicholas Moda, like, he's had ups and downs, 3-2 in the UFC.
He's on
minus 400 though.
Yeah, he's on a 2-fight win streak. He's got a finish over Tom Nolan. I don't know. It feels like I'll say it this way. It feels like a dangerous fight for Sadikov. He has to be sharp. Like, I don't think he can take this one lightly. But it didn't look like he looked very good in that comeback. So I'm excited to see what he can do. He's somebody that everybody's kind of been high on, and I think in the last fight he showed why.
Muhammad Naimov taking on Bogdangrad. Naimov is going to have a lot of fans in attendance. Tajikistan, not too far from this area. I feel like they're going to come out in droves. We saw the videos of when he got his first UFC win. Everyone was going so crazy. So I think he'll have a good crowd there. Pretty big favorite, but I kind of get why. A dude with a lot of power going against a dude in Grad that can keep his hands low and doesn't have a ton of striking defense.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. Our guy.
Shout out.
Oban Elliott. A minus 500 against Seokyeon Ko. I don't know if I've seen enough from Oban Elliott to be a minus 500, but also I don't know a ton about Ko, so I can't really speak to it that much.
Was he a favorite or a dog against Brahimaj? He was a big favorite, right?
Massive, like a minus 600, like an even bigger favorite.
Okay. Yeah, he's getting a lot of respect off the Basil Hafez fight, deservedly so. That was I think that was the performance that he kind of like was expecting and promising as he came into the UFC. And we saw some decisions; they were close. This one was the one that put the stamp on it. If he looks as good as he did in that last one, that line kind of makes sense. If it looks more like the Val Woodburn fight or the Preston Parsons fight, like, I don't know, man. That's a steep price to put on Oban. But as you know, like, we're fans of Oban over here. I expect that he'll get it done. and cut a fantastic promo.
We'll be riding with him.
Yeah, we're riding with
either
Oba.
way. Another guy that's a friend of the program, Jun Young Park, Iron Turtle,
Shout out.
taking on Ishmael Nardiv, who's on his second stint in the UFC. Picked up a win against, I believe, Bruno Silva in his return to the promotion. But this is Iron Turtle.
This is Iron Turtle territory.
That's the breakdown for you right there.
We should note, if you haven't already, check out his interview with Ariel Helwani right here on this channel. That was on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
That was Tuesday.
I believe
so check out the show from Tuesday. Ariel spoke to the Iron Turtle. That was highly anticipated.
On this card, you have Iron Nicholas Moda,
Okay.
Jun Young Park, Iron Turtle, and then Darya Zeleniakova, the
Who is
Iron
she?
Lady.
Wow. Triple iron.
A lot of iron on this card.
Frank, that would have been a good drop time.
No iron deficiencies on this card.
But I mean, I think, best one Iron Turtle, obviously.
Easily.
Best nickname.
There's no question.
Best fighter.
There's no question.
Maybe the
about
potential GOAT. Who knows?
Alexieva versus Saigula. That's the Russian Ronda. I feel like she gets it done there. Saigula, I don't rate very highly. Tagirul Bekov early on this card, man.
Russian Ronda, huh? All right.
Yeah, shout out Irina Alexieva. Tagirul Bekov versus Azat Maxim. A combined 31-3 between the two guys, and they are the second fight of the night.
It feels like a demotion for Ulanbekov, who's kind of been around for a long time and fighting top guys. Also, you look at Maxim's list of names, like he's been pretty good too. It does feel weird.
He was undefeated up until the Charles Johnson fight.
Yeah, it feels weird that this is so low on the card, but
it's probably not going to be the most exciting fight. Just going off of both their styles.
Okay, I'm gonna say hot take counter. I think it will.
Okay,
I think it is going to be exciting.
I like it.
I think the styles are going to clash, and they'll end up having actually a pretty good
As
fight.
exciting or more exciting than Hamdi versus Mo Usman?
No, I think Hamdi and Mo Usman is going to be more exciting because somebody's going to sleep. I think.
Nah.
No decision.
Nah, I think this is a sloppy decision.
But does the sloppiness cancel? You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe.
Is it like so sloppy on both sides that somebody slips into?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I like it.
Because typically what you see is like sloppy versus technical.
Yeah.
Right? You see but like they both are just these guys who like swing meat hooks. And I feel like somebody like accidentally goes to sleep. Is that fair to say?
Maybe. We'll get some takedown attempts in there, I'm sure.
But they're going to be sloppy.
No matter what, at noon Eastern, I will be seated on my couch. There's
a lot of decisions on these records. That's for sure.
Ready to enjoy. It's going to be fantastic. I'm excited for Baku, especially the main card.
I'm going knockout. Potential fight of the night fight number 2. That's my hot take.
Knockout between Mo Usman and Hamdi. Yeah. Fight of the night bonus for Tagir and
potential.
Maxim.
It'll be a good fight. Potential.
If both those things happen, we'll be off to a hot start out in Baku. There's the main card for you: Jamahal Hill, Khalil Rountree, Rafael Fiziev, Ignacio Bahamondes, Curtis Blade, Rizvan Kunyev making his debut, Tofik Musayev also making his debut against Miktabek Oralbay, Nazim Sadikov repping Azerbaijan versus Nicholas Moda, and then Muhammad Naimov versus Bogdan Grad. Prelims, our guy Oban Elliott, Iron Turtle, and then the other fights that we just talked about. There are some more fights this weekend happening tonight, PFL, just a couple of them. Kevin Lee in the main event as a plus 1,100.
Rising prospect, PFL prospect. Kevin
PFL
Lee.
prospect against Gadzi Rabadanov. Gadzi minus 2,500. Kevin Lee plus 1,200.
Do we have the bracket? I just want to see what happens if. Okay, so here's the bracket, lightweight bracket. Good names left in the tournament. I'll say that.
So the winner of this gets the winner of Brent Primus versus Alfie Davis. Yeah, I don't know.
Lee was replacing who? Did Mads or Mads won the first round, right? And then I guess he must have gotten hurt or something, and we got Kevin Lee. But I don't remember. Did I have? I think I had Rabadanov winning this tournament. Did I?
I did for sure.
All right, so we both might have had that. Oh, let's see here. No, I had Shabli.
Oh, New York got Shabli. Shabli,
I had
who
Rabadanov
has fought.
You did.
I have. Yeah, I had Rabadanov.
Okay. So I now, does that change now that rising prospect Kevin Lee is in there?
No, not at all.
You think Rabadanov could have said no? Yeah,
I think Kevin Lee's plus 1,200 for a reason.
That feels.
Feels disrespectful.
It feels disrespectful.
But it feels like the one where 47 seconds after the fight, you're like, Okay.
I guess
get
it wasn't disrespectful.
I get it.
Okay. I think Kevin Lee is going to win.
I love it. Wow. All right. Kevin Lee wins the main event of PFL, takes us straight into Baku, curtain jerker, KO.
Why am I doing this right now? I don't know what I'm doing.
Tagir
I don't know why I'm doing this
and Maxim.
specific thing.
Liz Carmouche also on the card.
Yeah.
She's like a minus 675.
She will certainly get it done.
I definitely think she gets it done. Against Alora Dana. I think she's going to win that whole tournament. Mansoor Barnow versus Archie Colgan, which, according to the PFL official Twitter account, is the title eliminator to fight Usman Nurmagomedov. But contrary to Jonathan Coachman saying, don't trust the PFL official Twitter account, look at my Twitter account. So I don't know if Colgan Barnow is the title eliminator. Do they know if it's the title eliminator? I'm not quite sure.
It's a great fight though, and I'm really excited for the continued kind of run of Archie Colgan. I'm interested to see how far he can go and how far he can push it. It wouldn't be I'll say it this way. It wouldn't be a bad title fight. I think that'd be a great title fight, but the fight that we all want is Paul Hughes versus Usman. And according to Pizzi, it seems like that's not the sentiment at the moment. That's not what they're leaning toward, based on how Pizzi was reacting when we talked about this yesterday. So
the way Paul Hughes reacted.
Yeah, the way Paul Hughes was reacting to it. So maybe they are going to.
Who's the Twitter admin, bro?
I mean,
can't be feeling good.
No, I don't.
Oh, you know the actual Twitter admin?
I don't think we blame the Twitter admin. I think we blame maybe some mixed messaging.
Okay,
you know,
mixed messaging. We love the Twitter admin over.
No, we love the Twitter admin. Legitimately,
we love him. Jake Hadley also on the card.
Yeah,
White Kong.
I know somebody picked him. It might have been. Did PT? You picked him to win the whole thing?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, I did. Let's go, Jake Hadley.
I might have had like Higo or something. Yeah,
fucking
hell. Jesus
wow, so.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Shout out. Jake Hadley, a slight favorite over Alves de Silva.
Damn, your brackets are looking good, I got to say.
These are, a couple other ones are not looking as great. What time does this card start? Do we
earlier?
Earlier.
Yeah.
We have a 9 p.m. start. All right, that's better than 11.
Yeah,
that's better than 11. You want to know the saddest part? I was traveling last weekend. I stayed up all the way for the Thad Gene split decision victory.
No, it was a great fight.
Yeah, it was a pretty good fight.
Your voice went so high there. Yeah.
I mean, the first round. When he dropped him and everything, that was nice.
To me, it was more carried on just the shock of like, oh shit, all right, Thad
Gene. Jason Jackson.
Yeah, you just beat Jason Jackson. Like, all right, I didn't think it would happen this early. Like, okay, Thad Gene, let's see what you got. Like it. To me, it's giving a little bit of like Dakota vibes. Like it's like, all right, you're young, but like, oh shit, maybe you're the truth. Like maybe you're the future of this. So that was more where I was excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins the tournament, that'll be great.
That'll be
a
big
great for him, man.
That'll be big for them because now they have another homegrown talent if they can kind of keep the house in order. Yeah. So shout out to Thad Gene.
All right, there's some good fights this weekend. I am certainly looking forward to it, and we'll be done with them by like 6, 7 p.m. on Saturdays. It'll be fantastic. You can enjoy your evening. You can enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's do some picks. Before we do that, let's recap last week. I finished up like 0.9 units at Atlanta. It was like one of those ones where it's just like, I won like $45.
I mean, can we round it up? Let's call it a unit.
We got a unit back at UFC Atlanta. The Parlay Pals, we were going into the main event. Just good. 10-17 on the line, green on the line. We just fall flat at the finish line. Just fall flat at the finish line. I told Pizzi we need a winner.
Yeah, we're not saying any names. So
need a winner this week, Pizzi. We need a winner this week. So didn't win Parlay Pals, but we did win a little bit of green on my bets. Some people did win some green on UFC Atlanta, though. Let's rip through the big hitters for this past week. We start with Narrative Nation, Gio Gennaro. Same game parlay, plus 9,000. Cody Brundage, most strikes landed. Cody Brundage, most significant strikes landed. This is Bet365. They allow you to do that, which I think is wild. Mansoor Abdul Malik by decision or technical decision, which is what he ended up winning by technical decision.
What the fuck?
Turned $5 into $455.
How do you even arrive at this bet? How do you think
Brother.
that Cody Brundage is going to outstrike the KO guy, and then the KO guy is going to win by decision, and you've parlayed these things together and hit it?
That's why it was plus 9,000.
Holy shit.
That's why it's
Shout
plus
out to you.
9,000. We keep rolling along. Bossy Sauce at Bossy Sauce 1. He went 13 leg parlay. He got lucky with his pick on Rodolfo Bellato. He got saved by the no contest.
Yes.
Hit all the other ones, turned $25 into $150.59.
25 cents.
25 cents. I'm sorry. Imagine if you had just put $5 on that, you'd be 20xing this. If you had just put $5 on it, you would be looking at like $3,000. Great calls there, Bossy Sauce. All right, let's keep it rolling. Michael B's back. Michael B gambling. Alonzo Menofield by decision. Dart, $75 into $11.25. Just crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking Alonzo Menofield. Plus 600 is not enough. Let's go by decision plus 1,400. Good shit, Michael B. We keep rolling. Pagan, P, 2-3-2-4. 4-pick parlay. Jamie Lynn Hurth by decision. Ricky Simone by decision. Rose Namajunas. Kamaru Usman by decision. I love how he went decision. Just in case if Rose finishes her, I'm just going to do Rose money line. No need to do Rose by decision, who won by decision. But either way, turns 50 Canadian into 1,500 Canadian.
Wow, shout
out to Pagan P there. We keep rolling. Draco Dijen, I believe, is the next one. Yeah. Talk about a dart. Cashes this one out. 13 pick parlay, essentially a pick on every single fight across the board, and then had Joaquin Buckley in the main event, cashed it out before the main event. So he turned his $200 into $50,547.31.
So having Buckley, what would the number do you think have been? Like 80K or something that he actually would have?
Yeah, probably something like that, because Buckley was like a minus 250 or something like that. And like at that point, it would have been a 13 pick parlay, but man, insane snipe on the cash.
Wow.
Snipe.
Wow.
Snipe on the cash out.
I love that.
It must have been offering him a decent cash out too if it was just Buckley left.
I think the 50 is the payout.
No, it is the favorite. That's the line adjusted, I believe, to his payout.
Cash out, yeah.
But I'm saying they must have been offering him a nice cash out because Buckley was the last leg and he was the favorite.
Yes.
But man, shout out to Draco Dijen. That is insane. Can you imagine having the 50K and then you watch Usman
and you're just
round after round, takedown, mauling, you're like, I'm a fucking genius.
Yeah.
I'm a genius. 50 G's. 50
I'm
G's
a fucking genius, yeah?
Also, can we talk about putting $200 on like what must have been like a plus 30,000 originally?
Yes.
Insanity.
Good shit.
Next up,
wow.
Smeeze 38. Wish I had done this one. All main card fights to go the distance.
What?
This book, which I believe is Bovada, graded it as a W despite the technical decision in the Cody Brundage fight. Plus 20,000. Only put $1, but still. Crazy bet. I wish you hadn't hit this as someone who was in the building for it, but still a crazy bet.
Oh my God. Wait a minute.
To say the least.
But how does the technical decision count as going the distance?
I don't know. I think he got lucky with that one.
Wow.
I think he snuck by on the hair of his chinny chin chin on that one.
Hell of a pick.
And then I think lastly we got one more. Dravi, one of the sharpest dudes on Twitter, very, very sharp. Phil Rowe by KO, round 3 plus 2,500, and he bet it twice. 75 Canadian, 50, 1,300, 19. I'm counting over $3,000 Canadian on Phil Rowe. Can you imagine when he was grabbing Angelus's head and just throwing the uppercuts in there, and you're just like, go, I got round 3 KO plus 2,500. Crazy. So shout out.
We got to get people, instead of
Dravi,
submitting just tickets, like videos of them reacting to this.
We got one a few years back of a dude who was in a country in the Middle East watching one of his tickets cash, and it was like 6:30 a.m. and it's him and all his boys, and like the sun is out and they're going crazy, but they have to be quiet because his mom is upstairs sleeping. They're like, chill, mom's upstairs, but they're like, but oh my God. Yeah. So like, if you ever take a video and you want to submit it out, we will gladly pay it.
Let us get the video of you watching that cash out on the Buckley, and you're just sitting there grinning ear to ear as Kamaru Usman takes him down over and over.
Legit, dude. Could you imagine like at round 3 and it's just another mauling and you're like, thank God I did that. Thank God. You
50K
would have
in
had
the bank.
$0 instead of 50K or the Phil Rowe. I can't even imagine
Yeah.
how crazy you'd be going on that one. So shout out to all the big hitters. Congratulations to them. Some crazy tickets as always, man. Some crazy tickets as always. All right, let's do the Parlay Pals. I asked Pizzi for a winner.
What does he got?
He gave me Khalil Rountree minus 115.
He did?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
feel like that's sort of
We're like, we don't know where to go in this fight. Pizzi's like, I got
I feel
you.
like that could be risky. Yeah, Pizzi just Khalil Rountree. I feel like he's always determined to go main event. He tried to go KSW main event last week. We were like, we can't do KSW. We're not going to get lines here. And then he was like, all right, give me main event in UFC. Guy loves a good main event.
All right.
Guy loves a good main event. All right, Frankie, let's throw it into the randomizer. Bang. I will go first. Yes.
Look at that.
I got
Love it.
dibs on someone. Frank, you'll go second. Rick, you'll go third. No questions asked. Iron Turtle. Thank you. Iron Turtle money
Very
line.
nice.
Iron.
There it is.
Iron
There
Turtle
it
money
is.
line. Thank you.
I'm gonna go with.
Fucking hell.
Oh, nice,
himself. Money
nice.
line, please.
Can we get a sound effect for Rick's pick?
I don't think so.
What is this pick?
Archie King Colgan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shout out. Future
I'm
title
out for it.
challenger, according to PFL Twitter, not according to Jonathan Coachman and Paul Hughes.
Yes, I'm taking Archie Colgan money line.
Archie Colgan like a minus 360.
He's the truth.
James
Like,
Cejudo?
no, not James Sahuna. Archie King Colgan.
Oh, there we are. Oh, with the boys in the Baku graphic in the top right. Let's go. I mean, the branding is on point. Plus 343. That gets us into the green. That gets us into the green.
Oh boy.
Thinks
Should
you
have
give.
been in the green last week. But
Yeah, we should have.
I'll
should.
let the guy who hosts the crack know tomorrow.
Well, can we cash out the parlay
No.
before Pizzi's
No.
pick? Can we just?
That should be the
Snipe
thing.
it.
That should be the thing. We always hedge on Pizzi's pick because he always chooses the main event, so he's always last. So we're always 3-0 going into it, and then we have to hedge on Pizzi's pick. Yeah, it's a parlay. Do I feel amazing about it? Do I feel amazing about it?
It's a 4-leg parlay. Do I love it?
No, but we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens, and we support our brother. So we'll see what happens. All right, my picks. I will run through them quickly here. First up, Saigula Alexieva fight does not go to a decision. I mean, the graphics team was on point this weekend
Fire.
for the boys in the Baku. Yes, Saigula I do not rate well. I think Russian Ronda gets her out there. She finished Egger in round 1. I rate Egger higher than Saigula. I think Russian Ronda finishes this fight. Plus 100. I like that. We keep it rolling. June Young Park, enough said. Iron Turtle money line, baby. We keep rolling. Miktabek oral buy. Yeah, I'm gonna know fairly quickly on how I feel about this one. Just like let's work to the ground. Let's go clinch work. Let's close the distance and not stay at range too long with Tofik in this one. But yeah, I think that the cardio, the toughness, the ground game can get this done for Miktabek oral buy here. Plus, Musai, there's not a ton of tape on his ground game. He is making his UFC debut. I know he's got a great resume, but oral buy is the pick for me. And then I got a couple of parlays to finish us off. To Giro and Bekov, I like him to get it done against fight of the night. Rick says
Potential.
Azat Maxim. Maxim getting his second straight loss after starting undefeated in his career. I like Naimov. I think he can get the knockout. Don't love the striking defense of Bogdan Grad. And then a prop parlay for you. Oh yeah, I also forgot. I also have Curtis Blades. I like him against debuting Rizvan. And then a prop parlay for you here. Hill Rountree under 4.5. 8 of Hill's last 9 have gone under the 4.5. 11 of 15 in Rountree's career have not gone the distance. And then on the over 1.5, Fazeev, 7 of 9 are over 1.5. And Baha Mondes, I know he's got 3 straight round 1 finishes, but this is a big step up in competition. So I don't think he's going to get Fazeev out of there too early. Those are the picks for the weekend. That is the breakdown for UFC Baku, for the PFL fights. Let's go back to last weekend, UFC Atlanta. You see the shirt? I got it. UFC Hawks collab. Look at the back of this thing, too. Pretty nifty.
Damn.
Pretty nifty.
Fucking hell.
Not a bad one.
And that color, man, that color pops.
It's nice. I have to say, At first, I went to a booth and they were like, "We're all sold out." I'm in this horrible range, like 6'1", like 175. I'm in this horrible range of like, I don't know if I'm XL. I don't know if I'm large. It's like depends on the shirt. Sometimes I get larges and they're way too small. Sometimes I get XLs. They're way too big. This one's a little big on me. At first, I went to a booth and they gave me a double XL, and I was like, "I'll wash it a few times. It'll shrink. I know it'll be a 10, but I gotta get this. Gotta rep my Hawks. Gotta rep UFC." Switched it out for an XL. Thank God, because this thing I would have been swimming in a double XL. It would have been tough, as they say. That's besides the point. Sick shirt though. Shout out to the UFC. I like these collaborations for the hometown teams. While I was in Atlanta, did a food tour. Went to the Varsity, went to Hand Cooked Taqueria, and maybe a couple other special places you just have to find out. Fight Feast Atlanta, food tour around Atlanta. Take a look. Atlanta, back in my old stomping grounds, the ATL, the 404, City in the Forest. Hot Atlanta. Just kidding, don't call it that shit. Not only is Atlanta home to UFC Fight Night, Buckley versus Usman, but it is also my hometown. If you've ever wondered why they call me GC, it stands for Georgia Connor, because I spent the first 25 years of my life in this beautiful city. There's a million places I could take you on my trip here, but I'm gonna take you to two of my favorites, Fight Feast, episode 23. Let's go. Hey, excuse me, gentlemen, just a quick survey here. If I had two places to go in Atlanta, where would I go?
I would probably recommend Varsity. I heard Varsity's pretty good. And then there's a Korean taco shop that's...
Oh, shit, we're actually going to those places.
Oh, sure, maybe I'll see you there.
All right, here we go. The tourist attraction portion of the video, the Varsity, famous spot. Presidents have come here. Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, the list goes on and on. Some locals don't really like it, but I'm under the belief you just got to know what to get. And I can't come to the Varsity without the man that showed it to me. Papa Burks, he's on his lunch break. Ignore the height differential here. He's just an ogre, 6'6" tall. I swear I'm over 6 feet. The Varsity, what do you have? Let's go. All right, we got the order. Couple crucial parts here. Got the slaw dog, got the pimento cheeseburger, got onion rings. These are my three favorite things at the Varsity. Peach pie for dessert is fire if you want it. I also got a frosted orange just to share what it's about. This is like a dreamsicle frosty. It's unbelievable, it's fantastic. Only get it here. Got the fries. If you go for the fries, gotta add paprika to the fries. It's crucial. It's fantastic. Also, another crucial part of this, don't go too much. It's easy to overindulge here. It's hearty food. It's heavy. It's deep fried. You can't go too much. You'll be feeling bad later. Same like lunch. You need a nap after this. Pimento cheeseburger. One of the best things you can eat in Atlanta. Greasy, nasty, cheese in the middle. This is as good as it gets. The melted pimento cheese. If you're not from the South, you never had it. I don't know how to explain it. It hits every time. It's a fast food burger, gooey pimento cheese, unbelievable. If you're tasting this and you say it sucks, we can't agree on some things. In between, get a couple bites of onion rings. True onion rings. Sliced onion, deep fried, that's all it is. This ain't no bullshit. The best thing at the Varsity, the cream of the crop, the main event. This is art. I don't know what it is. It's three ingredients. It's hot dog, it's bun, it's slaw. But it just all comes together so beautifully. Tremendous. You want to try? Can we got Nick, you want to try? Peach pie, one of your options for desserts. They also do milkshakes, they do ice cream. In my opinion, it's peach pie or it's frosted orange. Those are the two best. The peach pie, it looks like an empanada. Like it just looks, it's just a pocket of fried goodness. It's absolutely beautiful, proper pie, stuffed with peaches. Fucking, excuse my language, sorry, Dad. What do you say to the people that don't like the Varsity?
Don't know what you're missing.
You don't know what you're missing.
Love it. What do you have?
Give you a bite, Dad.
A bite? All right.
Roles have reversed. Look at us swagging out in our hats. Let's go. All right, lastly, the dessert, frosted orange. It's like a Frosty from Wendy's, but it's dreamsicle flavored. Grew up eating these things. Like I'm talking, some of my earliest memories are having Varsity frosted orange. They used to have one where I went to school, where my dad went to school over in Athens. It's unbelievable. Little brain freeze there. Fun fact about the Varsity, '96 Olympic Summer Games came here. They had a car hop from the varsity carry the torch for the opening ceremony part of the way. That's how ingrained it is in Atlanta's history. Shout out. I don't know how this is going to be. It might be not as good as I was expecting. Let's just get just the flake. Dunk just the flake. Oh no, I almost lost it. I'm going to lose it. Again, not that good. Don't know why I did it. Frosted orange, perfect way to end the meal. It doesn't need a rating. I love the fucking varsity. Excuse my language. I know they just fall out of me. I love the varsity. It's fast food, but it's good fast food. It's what fast food is supposed to be. What do you have? I'll have it all. All right, Dad, what do we say to people that don't like the varsity? Fuck you! What if I told you no F-bombs? All right, Dad, what do you really want to say to the people? Go Dogs! Two Georgia alumni, go Dogs. All right, sun's out, guns out. You see, got the Matumbo on. We are here at the local place now, Hand Cooked Taqueria, the hole-in-the-wall spot. It's gained a lot of popularity as of late. Guy Fieri came here, but for the last decade and a half, this has been hands down my favorite place to come in all of Atlanta. If I have people visiting, we're going to Hand Cooked Taqueria. There's no question about it. And now, you get to come with me. Let's go. All right, kimchi fries. You've got kimchi on here, queso, you've got sriracha, you've got fried eggs, all on top of fries. This is an actual work of art. I don't want to eat this. I just want to like freeze it over and display it in my house. That's how pretty it is. This place, everything they make is unbelievable. I usually just get the tacos, but you guys are with me, so we'll get the kimchi fries this time. Get everything in there. Decadent. You need a few people to take these things out. These are not a solo mission. Look at how beautiful these are. The Korean tacos. This is the staple. This is what you come here for. I normally get 3. We're eating a lot today. I only got the 2. I went with fried chicken and fried shrimp. Anything you like. They got all sorts of options. Beef, grilled chicken, veggie, bulgogi beef. I don't know. Look at the menu. Favorite thing to eat in all of Atlanta right here. Hits every time. Hits every single time I come here. Decade and a half long run. Never changed anything. You got the chicken, the cheese, marinated lettuce, chipotle mayo. Unbelievable. I really don't think there's better tacos out there. This one's got a little bit of hot sauce on there. Same thing. Simple. Compliments the chef. They're not that pretty. But they taste so fucking good. Hand Cooked Taqueria every time. All right, here we go. Bonus content. We're at the Braves game. We got the oversized glizzy, the perimeter dog, bacon pepper jam on here, some sort of pickle, something, lemon pepper Dijonnaise in Atlanta style. Like, we couldn't even have a bigger bone. How do I even attack this thing, man? I can't be doing this on camera, man. All right, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's an absolute mess. Glizzy slipped through the bun. That's horrible bun control right there. The bun integrity is absolutely gone. The lemon pepper Dijonnaise is fire. The bacon jam is fire. It's a mess. We're turning this into a sandwich. The allegations right here is crazy. I mean, fantastic hot dog. Perimeter dog, solid hot dog. Reason it's named perimeter dog is OTP, ITP in Atlanta, inside the perimeter, outside the perimeter, that's where you live. I mean, crazy, crazy word. We got the baseball beer bat. You can't drink the beer bat alone. I found the guy from the bridge from earlier, and he had a beer bat too. Shout out.
Cheers,
so you want bridge, just tied it up, here we go. Give him a head start on the best chugger in the world. He needs it. Best chugger in the world, just working through it.
Almost there.
Oh, this ain't sitting with the glizzy well. Best chugger in the world, light work. A lot of foam here, a lot of foam. 7th inning stretch, take me out to the ball game. Last sip.
Home run.
Bat done. Take me out to the ball game, baby. All right, last stop on Fight Feast. More bonus content. Getting dinner before the fights at the Sundial Restaurant and Bar. As you can see behind us, the Bank of America Plaza, tallest building in Atlanta. What else can I see? I can see Emory, Truist. I can see my parents' house. Yeah, there it is. I can see my parents' house. They call it the Sundial Bar and Restaurant because I don't know if you've noticed. I'm moving right now. 360-degree views of Atlanta as you slowly rotate around. You don't believe me? I'm catching up to my drink. I'm not there yet. I'll be there in just a second. That's going to be a wrap for Fight Feast episode 23. What a weekend here in Atlanta. Time to go watch some fights. Time to go support our boy Walla, Malcolm Wellmaker. KO round 1. We're about to find out. And just like that, chugga chugga choo choo. We're at my drink. Cheers to Atlanta, to Fight Feast, episode 23. I don't even know if I'm on frame anymore. The sundial is carrying me to another part of Atlanta. Either way, let's go watch some fights. Hot Atlanta? Hot Atlanta? Atlanta. We're standing over a dirty highway. There's graffiti everywhere. What more could you want? Episode 23. Oh, let's go. Episode 23, let's go. Episode 23, let's go, Hot Atlanta. All right, brother, have a good one, man. Oh, fuck you, man. Weren't you guys at the bridge earlier?
I hate to burst your bubble, buddy. I never seen you before in my life. What bridge are you fucking talking about, mate? Get the fuck out of my booth.
What are you talking about? What fucking bridge?
What fucking
Tuesday.
At least. They're gonna a Latin class.
All right, Dad, what do we say to people that don't like the varsity? Fuck you!
Nah, these are so much. After reading the varsity, like, I don't have anything else to say. That's it.
Whew, I'm full. Time to go watch the fights. Am I still in frame? Peace. We're out of here. Shout out to the sundial. I don't know what to say anymore. At this point, I'm miles away from the camera. Blood sport time. Time to get violent. Fancy dinner to some violent wars. And there it was. Fight Feast, Atlanta. I had a ton of fun doing that. Made some new friends from the bridge. Got my dad involved.
They look like nice guys.
Yeah, it was great, man. Two of my favorite spots. There really is a million places you could go, but those are definitely two of my favorites.
Loved your new bridge friends.
Shout out.
Even chugging with you at the stadium. Your dad getting very uncomfortable every time you cursed, and you intentionally doing it.
The OG plan was he was like, I'm not going on camera. I was like, all right. And then when we got there, I was like, you going on camera.
And he still didn't want to?
No, at that point, he was like, all right, that's fine.
All right.
He was like, all right, that's fine.
And the return of the Connor British accent also made me very happy.
Yeah, so honestly, it was shout out to my boys Jake and Dev. They were with us, and like they were doing different accents at each place we went to. When I was just like, oh, the guys from the bridge. Yeah, it was just as dumb as we could possibly be doing. But yeah, shout out. Very fun time there. I'm already ready to go back for another one. I'm thinking Magic City for sure, and Taqueria del Sol. Something like that. I mean, we could really have a good time.
If we go to Magic City, I might have to come out for that one.
Just keep going through them. It was a great time in Atlanta, though. Maybe my last fight night. Maybe my last fight night ever.
I mean, do we need to address the curse? You know what? Let's save it. We'll talk about it later.
The curse is rough, and also the ticket prices. I saw they put the $319 tickets on sale today.
That's Chicago?
That's DDP Chicago, and it was like $500 something for nosebleeds.
I have some friends in Chicago. Diehard UFC fans, go to everything.
This guy tweeted at us, Tony James. Just tried to get tickets for UFC 319, $500 plus for the cheapest nosebleeds, $800 plus for the cheapest 100 level. Tweets at all the UFC guys. You're all destined that way.
Oh my God.
And then tweets at us. Maybe we could have. Maybe I should have blurred that part out.
Hopefully that's for the above group and not the below group.
Yeah, hopefully that is for the above. Hopefully it's for no one though. But yeah, I kind of feel you. $229 for nosebleeds at UFC Atlanta for a fight card that all the main card fights went to a decision.
I have a friend Steve in Chicago. He actually left a voicemail last time. Great dude. Said the same. He goes to a lot of stuff. He's come to like our live shows in New York City. He flies all over. He goes to WWE events, goes to UFC events. He's like, man, like this is a steep ticket price. Like UFC's hot right now. They are continuing to increase the ticket prices. They also know how much demand there was for this event in Chicago. It's going to be hefty to get in that building.
I'm not saying they're not going to sell places out, but they're pricing people out.
Oh, no, yeah.
They're pricing out a good amount of people. It ended up being 5 of us at UFC Atlanta, but OG was supposed to be 10. And 5 people were like, I'm not paying that much for a UFC event.
I don't think they're pricing people out to the point that they're not going to be super successful, they're pricing real fans out. They're pricing the people who are like the hardcore fans that really want to go to this, and they're getting maybe a more casual audience that is like, okay, this is in town. I've never seen UFC before. Let me come out to it.
Of course.
But the hardcore fans can't afford to. They're paying for ESPN Plus. They're paying for these pay-per-views. Now they're going to pay for tickets when you come to town. It's a hefty price to be an MMA fan in 2024.
Also, something you have to put into context with all of this is that people have favorite fighters, and you would have to really luck out for your favorite fighter to happen to come to your city.
Right.
So let's say it's your favorite fighter's fighting in Vegas. Now you got to fly out to Vegas. You got to pay for a hotel. You got to pay for all the shit that comes with that. And then you have to pay for these exorbitant ticket prices on top of it. You really are like pricing out the everyday fan that really loves going to these events, because we've seen it. Des Moines, I saw it at Atlanta. When it isn't just like all action violence, people start booing. Boo, this sucks. Boo, this sucks. Whereas like some of them are decent fights. There started being some boo birds during the Cody Garbrandt fight. I was like, this fight's pretty good, man. What are y'all booing for? Yeah. End of the second round of Rose Namajunas was a crazy one. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's, as they say, it's tough.
But the business is booming.
Business is
They're
booming
making
for
good
sure.
money on it.
Business is booming for sure, but it's tough for some fans, man, with how expensive it is, because it's not just like, it's so funny. Like I posted that joke picture of just like, he's grabbing the cage, ref, and like a bunch of people were like, damn, you broke ass all the way in the nosebleeds, like Yahoo can't afford better, blah, blah. It's like, dog, these tickets were $229, man. Like that is not a cheap amount for a ticket. It's not like I was just like, nah, let me buy the $30 cheap seats to get in. It's like $229 is expensive no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, those days of UFC are gone. Those days of UFC are gone.
Yeah. Will it ever change? Probably not, because they are killing it. All right, let's go to our pound for pound rankings this week.
Yes.
In honor of the main event in Baku, Khalil Rountree, Jamahal Hill.
Yes.
Oh.
Best hills.
Hills.
/ mountains.
No, hills.
Best
Just
hills / mountains. What is the differential between a hill and a mountain?
I don't know. That's why I'm only doing hills.
It's like a mountain is just a giant hill.
It's like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle ain't a square.
Exactly.
You know?
Best hills and mountains. Frankie, what's the order?
The order is going to start with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we're going to tap into some GC.
Okay.
And then we'll have Rick finish us off.
Can't wait.
All right. Don't like the phrasing on that, but cool.
All right. So let's thrust right into mine.
Laughing at that.
My number 5 is a hill. It's Capitol Hill.
Wow, nice. Okay.
This makes the list, huh? All right.
Makes the list.
Explain.
It's an amazing
Look at
hill.
that.
Put a building on top of the hill, make people march up and down, do your thing for the Union every day. This is the hill.
That's the hill.
My number 4, another hill. We got the Uppington White Horse. This is a hill out in England where there was like a prehistoric it's a chalk hill, right?
That's a nice hill,
but
bro.
there was like a prehistoric art form of some people had made a giant horse that you could see from above. Like, that's crazy to think that these people
Okay, that's pretty sick.
Whoa.
they
That's
could
pretty
even
sick.
see it from above. But
That's
they
a sick
knew it was
hill, man. Good call.
sick, yeah.
Great hill.
My number 3, also a hill, Mount St. Helens.
Yeah,
Got
nice.
a little
Big hill.
before and after here. Bam, there it is, like, 1980. And then bam, there it is, 1980, but like a few hours later, which is insane. Little story on this one. There was a photographer who was actually on the mountain before it erupted, and he realized, like, man, I shouldn't even bother trying to leave. I'm not going to make it. So he stayed and just documented it and sacrificed his life so we could.
Died.
Yeah.
So he just chilled up there, snapped pictures, and
I don't know if he
died.
was chilling, but he was like, my journalistic integrity, like, if I go, at least we could get something out of this if I stay behind. And
Damn.
this is not the photo, because this is clearly from a distance.
That's crazy.
And then my number 4.
Damn, you didn't even grab any of his pictures?
So, sorry, I just want to make sure that I have this right. The order goes 5, 4, 3, 5, 4?
All right, you know how I always tend to screw up the
Got him.
numbers?
I just want to make sure that
No,
that's correct.
I literally typed this out, shorted it, and did the same thing.
Okay, I
was like,
I said, Frank, the numbers are off. He said, no, man, it's good.
All right,
Just
so
go with that.
number 2B, here we go.
So your 4 is
My 4 is Sir Gregor Clegane from Game of Thrones. His nickname is the Mountain.
Ah.
The guy is tall as hell, man. Like, Look at his cropped image of his bloody stomach.
Why is it cropped so
I have
tight
no idea.
on his abs? Or lack thereof.
But to finish us off at our number 5 or number 1, depending on which way you're looking at this list.
Looks like Mount St. Helens is still your highest rank.
I mean,
yep.
I see. It's like a bell curve, is what
Would
you're
you say
getting
it's
at, right?
the tallest?
It's like a hill.
Mountain?
It is. Thank you. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I love
It's
it.
literally like a hill.
But my number 5 or 1, however you look at it, if you're upside down, whatever, is Mount Vesuvius.
Shout
The
out.
one in Pompeii that
Yeah.
blew
Whoa,
up.
look at that.
I always wondered if they call people pompous is a reference to Pompeii because, like, they were like, we'll stay, we'll be fine. It's like, that's awfully arrogant and pompous of you. Turns out, no, that was just me
Got 'em.
connecting dots that are not there.
Got him.
So we're going to tap into GC.
I like that. That was a good list of hills, man. It was a good list of hills.
Some hills.
All right. Number 5. Big hills. Rolling hills down in Peru. Vinicunca. Also known as the Rainbow Hills.
Holy
it
shit.
gets its colors. Sick hill, yeah. Sick hill.
Fucking hell.
Colorful due to the presence of various minerals that have been exposed and oxidized over millions of years. Oh, look at that.
Shut the fuck up.
Unbelievable.
That's
Swear
not
to God.
real.
In Peru. Swear to God, it's real. You can go ride like llamas and shit through this.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Shout out to
It looks like
Vinicunca.
something from a Dr. Seuss book. This is
sure
insane.
does. It sure does. Big hills. Big hills. Gonna go with one of the most iconic hills in the entire world, right on the border of Italy and Switzerland. Crooked. Looks like the Grinch would live up there. Matterhorn. Great hill. Look at this thing. Oh, yeah. That's a hill.
Man, that's steep.
That's a steep hill. Tell me the differential between a hill and a mountain, because that looks like a giant hill to me.
Yeah.
That looks like a hill that I don't want to climb that hill. That's
That's not a hill for climbing.
that's
not a hill to
Actually,
die
it is
on.
for climbing. People do climb on it.
Oh,
People
yeah.
also do die on it. I'm sure at some point someone's died on it as well.
I'm sure multiple.
Number 3, Rick actually introduced me to this one. Sick hill out in Hawaii. Actually, the tallest in the world, but it starts underwater. Mauna Kea.
Ooh.
And it's a volcano. We have a size disparity between it and Mount Everest. Look at that. It's taller than it. 10,200 meters. Everest 8848. It just starts underwater. Pretty incredible. That's a badass hill. Look at that. Look at that hill.
Yeah.
That's an insane hill. Number 2, in my opinion, the most beautiful hill in the world. Absolutely stunning. Iconic, some would say, in Japan, Mount Fuji. Unbelievable. Just look at the pictures. Oh, with the cherry blossom.
Iconoclastic.
I mean, it's unbelievable. It's as good as it gets. That is just like, it's perfect. It's perfect. Like nothing else in its way. It just stands alone. It's not in a mountain range. Like it's just beautiful. When the Olympics were there a couple of years ago, they did cycling and they rode up Mount Fuji. It was incredible. It was awesome. Would love to go there one day and see that in person. Then number 1. This isn't about beauty. This isn't about awe. Looming in Pakistan and China, a savage that's forgotten about because of just a mere 850 feet.
Huh?
The little bro to Mount Everest, but it is still a Goliath in his own right. I'm talking about K2,
Oh, hell
baby.
yeah.
Sickest name for a hill, also known as a mountain. Look at this. Look at this. You ain't climbing this thing. It's an absolute savage. Less than 1,000 people have ever summited it. Over 100 deaths. Home of the 1986 K2 disaster, 13 lives taken. Home of the 1995 K2 disaster, 7 lives taken. Home of the 2008 K2 disaster, 11 deaths. You ain't climbing this thing. Don't go and do it. There's no need. There's no need. Stay at home. You don't want to walk up this hill. K2, number 1 hill in the world.
Did you know that
hill.
the Guts
Bad.
Aggro Crag was modeled after K2?
Makes sense. That thing was a beast.
Savage Mountain.
Wow, actually, that should have gone on the
It is
list.
pretty sick.
Savage Mountain.
But
Badass.
You said 800 feet?
850 feet lower than Mount Everest.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah,
holy
yeah.
shit, that didn't sound
Second
too big.
tallest mountain in the world. Second tallest mountain in the world behind Everest. But everyone's like, oh, Everest. Nah, K2.
These are good lists. I just want to read something real quick.
Please.
Just for the record. A
This
mountain
guy's going to
is
have
generally-
Jamahal Hill 1.
A
the
mountain
AI
generally
response?
defined as a high landform that rises steeply above the surrounding area, while a hill is lower. Sorry, A mountain is generally defined as a high landform that rises steeply above a surrounding area, while a hill is generally lower, more gently sloping elevation. Just
Generally.
okay.
Generally,
Good-
being
some-
a bit of an asshole.
Some good lists. Some good. I mean, not generally, like nearly all the time. Pretty certainly. Some good lists. We're gonna start with number 5. It is not Jamahal Hill, as you have
I
suggested.
know Jamahal Hill's your one.
Maybe. Who knows? My number 5, Drew Hill. Shout out to Drew Hill.
Hey, shout out.
Just insane list of bangers. Also, I mean, the swag, the outfits that they wore. This is, I believe, at the premiere of Wild Wild West because they did a song that was featured on the soundtrack of Wild Wild West
Look at those
with
fits,
Will Smith.
bro. Look at those fits.
Look at the fits. Look at Cisco just thriving. How deep is your love? We're not making love no more. In my bed. Just iconic R&B group. Insane harmonies. Shout out to the legend Cisco. I mean, look at this man. Like, couldn't be happier in every picture. Always bringing it.
out to
Drew
Drew
Hill, R&B legends. Number 4. When you talked about the ferocious obstacle it is to climb some of these mountains. You talked about the tenacity that's required to summit some of this. You required that same kind of drive and tenacity if you were going to battle on the boards with Tyrone Hill.
Okay.
Tyrone Hill, who had a stint with the Cleveland Cavaliers, ferocious rebounder. Just boxing out was his religion. When I think of that era of Cavs, I think of Tyrone Hill looking up at a board and just boxing out 2 or 3 guys. Also incredible jerseys at that time. Shout out to Tyrone Hill, one of the workmen of the NBA in that era, and somebody that I fondly remember on the Cavs. Number 3, Haunted Hill, but specifically the house on Haunted Hill. A movie from 1999, I believe. Concept. You're going to go to a haunted house, and if you survive, you win $1 million.
Sick.
Incredible concept. A remake of an earlier made movie. Kind of falls apart in the second half or maybe the last third, but there is an iconic scene where one of the characters is walking through with a camcorder, pointing it at an empty operating table, nothing in front of her. Looking through the camcorder, she sees these people doing surgery, and you're hearing screams and things. That moment is when they all look up at her. So she's observing them through the camcorder. They're all doing the surgery, and then they all turn to her.
Sketch.
And it was an insanely scary movie scene at the time. Not it's not my favorite movie, but it's pretty decent. As I said, it falls apart in the latter third, but worth a watch. Haunted Hill, the house on Haunted Hill. Number 2, if you are of my age, I'm in my mid to late 30s. You definitely were captured by a certain horror video game series. Now, some would say Resident Evil is the one that did it, but I would actually argue it was Silent Hill.
Oh.
A video game series, first one being on the original PlayStation. One of the sexiest. A continued franchise that I think has 6, 7, 8 different versions at this point.
I used to see this in arcades when I was younger, and I was like,
there was a
hell no, I'm
Silent
not
Hill
playing
shooter.
that.
There was the gun game.
I was like, I'm not playing that shit.
This character
That's House of the Dead.
triangle head.
Oh, is that House of the Dead?
Yeah.
No, they had a Silent Hill one too.
Thanks though, Frank. I'm literally
Pyramid Head. Thank you.
looking at pictures of it.
thank
Thanks
you,
though,
Andy.
Frank. Appreciate it, man.
And this was one of those that when you were a teenager, you were kind of scared to go through. There were a lot of jump scares at that time, but the thrill of it was very exciting to me. I really enjoyed those types of games. I did also like Resident Evil, but Silent Hill I liked a little bit more. And then number 1, can't believe you guys didn't have it. A tower amongst other towers. Grant Hill, number 1
Shout out.
pick.
Legend. Atlanta.
Legend of the Detroit Pistons. Especially rocking that incredible jerseys. We did our jerseys, one of the all-time 90s jerseys. The original kind of hybrid player, a 6'7", 6'8" guy who could handle the rock, rebound, pass, score. Had some
With the
sick
Filas.
Fila shoes that I used to have that I bought at Modell's at the time. If injuries didn't derail this man's career, he would have been even greater than his already all-time great status. Grant Hill's an absolute legend. Love Grant Hill.
Shout
And
out.
That's my list of hills.
God, three really different hills. Frank had actual hills. I had mountains mostly. You had people named Hill. And 2 video games. A video game and a movie.
A video game and a movie.
Shout out. Some of our best work there. Look at those graphics. Boys in the Bike. The team is killing it. Killing it. Shout out. That's the pound for pound list for this week because of Jamahal Hill, who fights in the main event at UFC Baku.
None of us had Jamahal Hill.
Missed it on that one.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, forgot him. Surprised we didn't get Jamel from you. A couple honorable mentions. Machu Picchu. Lombard Street out in San Francisco, the curvy one. Any other honorable mentions?
Jonah Hill?
Mount Everest?
Jonah Hill. That's a great call. Mount Everest is great, but I feel like
Mount Olympus?
It's a little too overrated. Mount Olympus is great.
Bunker Hill?
Yeah. Bunker Hill. Nice.
I gotta say, the horse hill and the colorful hill that you displayed, like those really
sick.
Did it
sick hills.
Those
all right, Frank, we got any voicemails?
I think we do. Let me check.
Sick.
Shout out, boys in the back. It's Jeremiah calling out of Stockton, California. I got one question for you guys. With an inevitable fight between Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison, would the UFC be smart to put that at 145, but also do a tough version of that like they did for the 125-pound division to try to bring it back? Thanks, guys.
No one cares about tough. There's no point, so we don't need the tough. 145, I love it. Put the final 145 fight on the line for the belt for Kayla to have the double champ status and not make her cut to 135.
And then that fight is no more 45s after that.
Yeah.
They retired the belt.
Done.
How did they? Okay.
Belt retires.
I agree with you. I don't want to see a 45-pound season of tough. I don't really want to see any seasons of tough.
Oh, my God.
How do they get more 135-pound women in the UFC right now?
I think 135 is only has so many days left.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, we felt this way about 45.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to feel this way about 35.
Yeah.
Like it's just
a question of like what's beyond this.
Yeah. What are the other fights? I would watch. I know it might not be a popular opinion. I would watch Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes if she beats Kayla Harrison. I will watch Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison again. But beyond that, like what really is left in this?
Norma
division?
Dumont.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out there. But I don't think tough is the answer.
No.
Hey, what's up, guys? First time caller, long time listener.
Oh, thanks,
back when the show was on AOL.
Wow.
Back when New Yorker was the original disembodied voice, and then back before Frank.
Wow.
Who, me?
Bro's been
I
around.
just have one question for everyone that works on the best, funniest MMA show out there. I was just wondering if you guys were vetted as talent, on-camera talent, in addition to your production skills. You guys are the funniest, know how to chop it up. I'm wondering if that was part of the interview process and if that's reflected in your salary, honestly, because it should be. Anyways, thanks so much.
The vetting process was, you cool with going on camera? That was essentially the entire vetting process.
Yeah, I probably have the most experience with it because like back then there was just me doing what, as he said, like just my voice coming on air. Then it was like we go on camera. No, but it's not part of that. Like it's more like, can we do the work? And then as Ariel has said, like he's inspired by Howard Stern, and the idea of like, the people on the show becoming part of the show is something he's into. And now it has turned into, we have a show and all these things. So I appreciate the kind words. I have to admit, I thought he was going to swerve it when he was like the funniest, the this. I thought he was going to be like that other show, but then you guys too.
Shout out to him. That was a very nice call.
Yeah, we appreciate that. But no, I mean, honestly, it's more just we feel our way through, then we find natural chemistry, then we start to add more wrinkles. Now Frank is a bigger part of it. All of a sudden now Jordan is a part of it, Andy's a part of it, and their roles grow. Like it's just we feel it out and we ride the vibes.
Boys in the back, it's Preston from North Carolina.
What's up,
I'm
Preston?
a recent college grad.
Oh,
Just
congrats.
wanted y'all to give me some advice on how I can work my way up. I want to graduate with communications, want to make my way into the MMA media field. Give me some advice. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, of course, Preston. Start.
That's it.
Start. Social media, YouTube, writing, however, you just got to start.
Create something and email people, reach out, call, text, call, tweet, DM. see how many connections you can make, and if anybody's looking for something, but start building that skill set and create something.
Doesn't matter if it sucks. Doesn't matter if you don't think it's good. The only way to make it better is to work at it. So yeah, just start. Just start.
What's up, boys? This is Evan from
What's up,
St.
Evan?
Mary's, Georgia.
Hey, shout out.
Just calling in to see what's up with these jokers that say they're mailman. I'm the one true mailman of this show. I'm an MMA fighter. I've had
this is
12,
like 4.
13 fights.
Wow.
I'm from Georgia. There can only be one mailman for the boys in the back, and that's me. I'd whip both their asses. So, Connor, just like he said, fly us out, and let's see what's good.
Yeah, I got you. I'm flying all the fucking mailmen out.
Okay, real question. Do we need to start, like, they had the the BKFC
Mailman Fight League.
Do we need to start Mailman Fight League?
Yeah.
Do we need to get promoters' licenses and bring in these mailmen?
I think so. Instead of like an octagon, we just make a giant mailbox, and that's what you have to fight in. We close it. We close it behind.
There's a camera inside.
Think smaller. Think the back of a mail van.
Okay. Wow. You're really making it small. No. You get walked out by getting driven up in a mail van, and then we put you in a giant mailbox.
I got a better one. Moving locations. They have to do it on their route.
Wow.
You're fighting on lawns. This lawn, round 1. Next lawn, you go deliver that mail. If you can make it to the next mail, to that next house, round 2.
A giant cardboard box.
I actually
Mailman Fight League has legs. We just need to tighten this up.
We need to tweak it. But I had the staff, after somebody had listened to that, see if we could find this Evan on Tapology, and I believe
did we?
It might be
Evan Hayes.
It might be
fighting out of St. Mary's, Georgia.
But I could only find one person fighting out of St. Mary's. So if that's
Evan, name Evan fighting out of St. Mary's, Georgia, with an amateur record, last fought in 2024. 33 years old, just turned 33. Happy birthday, Evan!
Happy birthday
on Monday. Turned 33. All right, so we got a lightweight. We got a lightweight contender for the Mailman Fight League.
Let's see. Now that we have somebody who says they have some fights, let's see if the other mailmen still want the smoke, you know?
Yeah, and anytime someone gets a knockout, you have to say like a sick catchphrase, like special delivery.
Yeah, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger taglines. All right.
I'm all in on this. I'm all in on this. Let's contact Venom and get custom mailman shorts.
Custom postal shorts.
Yeah, custom postal shorts for all the fighters. This is sick. Or do we have, a la GFL, do we have like teams? Do we have UPS drivers, FedEx, DHL, USPS?
So it's just delivery. It's not mail necessarily.
So you're talking
doing
about the
delivery
GFL
wars
of Mailman Fight Leagues.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start thinking about the promoter's license.
Protect your package. Whoa.
Okay. I mean,
it's early enough for you, Frank. Double D. I'm alive and well.
He's back!
In the PFL mobile
Double
back
D.
cave underneath a secure location within the Wichita Intrust Arena, ahead of course, the debut MMA prospect Kevin Lee. Liz Carmouche on the card, shout out. Big Hadley on the card, shout out.
Shout out.
Got a lot to discuss, okay? The Cal Ripken streak is not broken.
Yes, it is.
A call was made, and forces beyond either of our control intercepted it, obviously. There are some concerning images going around of, we are efforting to find out if it is some sort of highly convincing body double, AI technology. There may be video, we don't know, of someone who looks an awful lot like myself. Again, Don Davis, of course, with disgraced former, some called him a comedian, Russell Brand, at the event last week when my call was missed. I had a Sad Gene versus Jason Jackson. Now, of course, I'm going to be calling after that event has occurred. It's no use doing a promo anymore, but it's a hell of a matchup for Gene, and Jason Jackson's been looking incredible. So, said it before, may the best man win. Yeah. On to the semifinals. But the big story here, who is impersonating me? I would never in any way associate with someone in the position that Russell Brand finds himself in.
We saw it, Don.
That's why I find myself in a secure location in the PFL Mobile Smart Back Cage. And we are efforting to find out who is trying to smear the name of the real Don Davis. So if you see someone who appears to be me, if you see AI images, video, audio, think twice, okay? I'm the real guy. I'm the guy calling in every week. And I know this is a long one, but bear with me. You know, this is serious stuff to be dealing with. And Frank, don't think I forgot about you, buddy.
Oh.
I'm not convinced that you're not a part of this. You know, the call got lost somehow. You know, I think
it's done.
I'm Double D. You're called Granddaddy, Grandpappy, whatever they call you. I think we're going to have to start calling you Double B for blue balls. All right?
Wow.
That's how you left us all feeling. Me and Sean Brady been playing TurboGrafx 16, and you're not invited, pal.
Wow.
No, we've been playing Dune Awakening. It's a massively multiplayer online game set in the Dune universe. You're not invited.
What the hell?
So let's see if this call gets on. Maybe we can mend some bridges. Check out the PFL app and stay frosty. Someone might be impersonating you and making it seem like you're hanging out doing peace signs with Russell Brand. Take care, boys.
PFL has an app?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Jonathan Coachman in the post-fight said that's where you can see all the press conferences.
Shout out.
Go to the PFL app.
Shout out, Jonathan Coachman. Look at his Twitter, not the PFL's. TurboGrafx 16 is a gaming PC engine that came out in October of 1987.
Yeah, it's the PC engine in Japan, the TurboGrafx 16.
So Don and Sean Brady have been ripping that together, and it looked like it never came out in the U.S. It got
as the TurboGrafx 16 it did.
It got delayed for the more advanced Sega Genesis and Super NES.
Frank, do you feel like that was enough to get Don back on your side? Like airing this call?
I mean, look, it's not like Don has not ever made a mistake, you know?
Well, it sounds like that was AI. But shout out to Don making up for last week.
We appreciate you, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, these last couple of weeks I've heard these two mailmen go at it. Now listen, a new player has entered the chat, all right? I'm a mailman myself. I listen to you guys the 10 to 12 hours a day I work. So ask these guys if they're on the overtime list, ODL. They'll know what it is if they're real mailmen.
Oh, he's using the
and
lingo.
Also, one last thing. You guys talked about the dogs on your top list. I am the dog. I don't even carry the dog spray when I'm delivering the mail. I am the dog. If a dog tries to bite me, I bite it first. Tell these mailmen to get on the overtime list.
The ODL.
Damn.
Who was that? He didn't say
Did he say his name?
No, I don't think he did, but shout out. We now have 4 mailmen.
No, honestly, we've got like 5. There's another one that we
five
didn't even...
mailmen. We have, where was he from? We have a St. Mary's, Florida. We have a St. Mary's, Georgia. We have a Tallahassee, Florida, and then 2 unknown locations. We're building the mail fight league quickly. The Mailman Fight League is coming together fast.
It's going to be incredible. But we're going to expand to delivery, right? We're open to FedEx. We're open to USPS.
Or do we start the Mailman Fight League a la PFL, take a book, we can sit down and meet with Don Davis. We start the Mailman Fight League, and then we start like PFL Africa, PFL Europe. Then we start the UPS Fight League, the FedEx, the DHL, things like that.
Are we going to get, though, some people who are not mailmen, who are maybe like better fighters, taking jobs with postal services so that they can be ringers to fight
the Mailman Fight League?
We're going to have to be really strict with
our purses will be very small, so I don't think there'll be a ton of incentive to do that.
The checks will be in the mail for that.
And, the checks will be in the mail.
See.
We can promise you. Good luck getting there. USPS screwed me last week on my Malcolm Wellmaker shirt, so shout out.
Yo, dude, Sean Brady hopping on the horn again. Sorry I missed you last week.
That's all good, Sean.
Didn't end up seeing it in New York. Had a hat back on 95. Sorry I missed you guys. Give you a quick life update. Being #1 contender, pretty sick. Been spending most of my times at K&A by that 1-pound cheesesteak place, hitting up Delaware Ave, frickin' heading over to the other corner of 8th and Walnut with my boy Big Steve. Dude, it's a great life. But Connor, with the bicycle thing, I heard Joe Piper last week. He don't know the full story. Dude, here's the deal. My Uncle Tony is a great landlord. And Connor, between you and I, we both know, dude, he never got that deposit, right? I don't know, like, if you thought that it was like a digital transfer or like what. Tony and I talked to the bank. We didn't get that deposit, dude. So why don't we tell everybody what's going on, what the real issue is here, because we never got those funds. dude. So you bring that up, maybe you can clear the air on there. So I'm going to leave that there for you. Nice, like, little rooster egg. Big Frankie, I know you're a veteran of the consoles, dude. Sorry I've been dropping all these casual consoles for you. So why don't you hit me up on the real one? I know you got the live access. I know you got the cabinet. Hit me up on Polybius, dude. Frank, I'm calling you out. Me and you, mono, dude. Polybius.
I love it.
What is that?
Polybius was a game that supposedly existed that when people played, they would die. So there was like an urban legend about this thing. So this is deep diving. At one point, someone has actually made the game, and they show it at like video game conventions to be like, "Oh yeah, Polybius is here." That's a deep cut. But
he says, "I know you got the console. I know you got the cabinet."
Polybius is a popular urban legend about a mysterious 1980s arcade game said to induce intense psychological effects and potentially mind control. There's no evidence that the game ever existed.
The deep cut.
So Sean Brady owns it. Sean Brady does own it.
Also, his what did he say? His uncle is a
his
landlord?
uncle Tony.
Yeah.
He that was a fantastic call. Another banger from Sean Brady. We'll forget the bike, man. It's all good, dude.
all
You
good.
do your thing. You're the number one contender. I know you're busy. It's all right, man.
Hanging out on
It's all right.
K&A.
Shout out to Polybius.
What's up, boys? Jamie, South Jersey here.
What's up, Jamie?
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the two mailmen that are beefing.
Oh my
I just want to let you
This
guys
is
know
insane.
I'm the original mailman on the show. All right. I had an on-the-nose question about tipping your mail carrier a year or two ago. I even got a DM with Rick on Instagram.
Oh, you've DM'd Jamie from South Jersey.
So,
Shout out, Jamie.
basically, if Connor's going to fly you guys out
Yeah,
from
I got
South
you,
Jersey, I'll
man.
drive up. I don't care, but I'm going to watch the fight. I'm going to watch you guys box. That's what we all love. We're all here for that. So just let me know. Let me know the dates. I'll hop in the car. I'll show up. I'll show out. And not trying to fight, just trying to watch, you know what I mean? But just to let you guys know, I'm the original. All right, fellas. Love the show. Frank's the man. Love Andy. Love Jordan. Love y'all. Be good.
So Jamie doesn't want
You're
to
the man,
squabble,
Jamie.
but he wants to watch.
If you're gonna be a mailman, you got to suit up in the mailman.
You got to fight,
league.
Jamie.
You're no good to us if you're not fighting, man. We're trying to build a roster here, okay?
Maybe I can convince him over the DMs. You know, like we'll go back and forth. We'll see if we can
Yeah.
negotiate.
Let's offer him the Jon Jones price, and we'll get it done.
I
We'll
just
get it done.
accidentally lowered myself.
Yeah. Mailman Fight League is shaping up. That is 3 mailmen calls on this week's voicemails. I love it.
What up, boys in the back? Hunter the mailman here. Heard a certain someone got a little butthurt about a fraud comment a couple weeks ago.
I need to write these down.
Offered to box me in the streets of New York, but I've got a better idea. Lord knows the company needs a marquee fight right now. So I'm proposing Hunter the mailman versus Matt the mailman in the PFL Smart Cage. Let me know what you think.
Let's get
Maybe
Don
we'll
Davis on the horn.
Davis on the show. Give us a little promo. Love you guys. And Matt, don't be scared, homie.
Don, if you're watching this live, call in. We need to know if you're willing to put on the mailman fights.
Okay, so just to be clear, we had
Matt.
Who's the guy in St. Mary's? Evan the mailman in St. Mary's, Georgia. We have Jamie the mailman in South Jersey. We have
Matt the mailman might have been
Tallahassee.
The Tallahassee one.
In Tallahassee. And then Hunter the mailman in We Don't Know. And then the no-name mailman that just called everybody out.
Can somebody who's been following this saga just go back to the voicemails and like tweet us with like who's from where?
So right now we have
beef?
5 mailmen in our catalog. If we can get 3 more, we'll just do a no weight class
Little
Grand
smoker
Prix.
show. Oh, yeah.
I think we do a Grand Prix, a one-night mailman Grand Prix. This is shaping up nicely. This is how we get into fight promotion. I love it.
Hey, boys in the back.
What's up, man?
It's Thomas from Jackson Heights, Queens.
Thomas.
I'm here watching UFC Atlanta, and I just can't stop thinking about how the Conor curse might be real.
Yeah. Me
Conor
too.
Burks attends a UFC event, and it's
ass.
usually a good prelim, but a shit main card.
Cheeks.
Conor Burks, what's going on, man? I think you're going to have to stop going to these events. New York Rick, I have a question for you. Why in the world did you grow up, obviously in New York, but you didn't go for any New York teams. What is wrong with you?
It's tough. Good question.
Legit hater. Was it like a traumatizing experience? Did you not want to go through the struggle with us? I just want to know. Frank, I love you. You're the man. Shout out to Andy. Love you, boys. Keep up the good work. The boys in the back.
Really
See ya.
sweet.
Thanks, Jim.
Thanks, man.
Conspicuously absent Jordan, didn't get a shout out.
No, me and him have beef, so it's all
I don't think that's conspicuous.
Do we address the curse? Like what?
There is a curse. I mean, the T-shirt curse was real, and now I've been to four UFC events, and they've all been ass. 2 ended by injury. 1 was Aaron Blanchfield, Manon Figueroa, and then this most recent one, all 6 fights on the main card went through.
Devil's advocate.
Okay.
Instead of you causing the cards to be ass,
are they just ass?
Is it possible that there is a higher prevalence of ass UFC cards?
I think that's it. I think I need to go to a pay-per-view, a proper pay-per-view, and see what happens.
I think there might be 2 things. I think it might be you are attending, and it's like, Connor's in the building, ass. But also, there are more ass cards. I think that's
I'm thinking so, too. What were you going to say, Frank?
Well, like 2 things. Like, if you could have gone to Baku, like that's technically a fight night, would you pass that up, or would you give that a shot to see if maybe it redeems itself?
I don't know.
And then the other one, maybe this one's a kind of more of an obvious answer, but like if you got tickets to go to the Apex before you were able to go to a pay-per-view, would you consider it, or would you be like, you know what, no, I've been wronged too many times?
No, I'd go to the Apex just to experience it, but I know that card would be shit. Would be
so you come in full expectation, right?
Yeah.
But we're talking Baku, maybe not even something exotic like that, just not in Des Moines, not in Long Island.
I know, but Atlanta and Long Island are like stacked cards.
Yeah, nah, I'm just thinking no fight nights, man.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's not that the cards themselves on paper look bad; it's that the results
are terrible.
Yeah,
and I've lost money at. No, I got like $45 this weekend.
Hey, you picked up 1 unit.
Yeah,
we'll round up. My parents were not sports fans. They didn't pass any sports teams down to me. My friends were all like Yankees and Knicks and all this stuff. I didn't get drawn to it.
I feel you.
What's up, boys?
What's up, man?
Brett from Nebraska.
Brad, let's go.
Shout out Isaiah Roby.
Hey, shout out Isaiah Roby.
I'm sitting here with my cat named Lugitz after Lou Dort.
Wow.
Obviously, big time win tonight for the Thunder.
Named your cat
after
Lou Dort.
Got some conundrums we're gonna have to throw out here.
All right, let's hear them.
So first off, I'm a diehard, like diehard, and got a couple screenshots I emailed over to New York Rick. February 9th, 2021. Me text, don't let that distract you from Thunder 2025 champions. And I've kept that for the last 4 years. Anytime anyone asks, 2025. March 28th this year, I actually had my girlfriend add June 19th to our calendar as the day the Thunder were going to win the championship.
Wow.
We got hotel rooms booked in Wichita for June 20th, which is halfway between where I live and Oklahoma City, so I can make it down to my parents for the parade, which is going to happen on the 21st or 22nd, depending on when they do the parade stuff. So
okay.
The real 2 questions now are, 1, how much money do I need to have on Thursday's game? Since obviously, I've been predicting this for months. And 2, last day of summer school is Friday, and I've got to teach a bunch of 6th graders. Should I still get absolutely plastered Thursday night and then try to teach the youth on Friday?
Okay.
Thanks.
Before we answer,
Thunder. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
Shout out Raymond Felton.
The Isaiah Roby was much more random. Another Nebraska legend.
Before we answer, confirming, these have been sent to me. I sent them to On Air Jordan in hopes that this person would call in. Brett confirming these texts.
Friday, March 28th. Just had Lindsay add June 29th to the calendar, as that's the day the Thunder will win the championship. It's going to be beautiful. June 19th, save the date.
And
February 9th, 2021. Don't let that distract you from Thunder 2025 champs. Wow.
Brett had it all along.
He knew. Brett going military time, too. Respect.
Okay, now, questions. How much money is he putting on the Thunder to win tonight?
Ooh, I don't know, man. You have all this emotional investment. Like, why not let it ride? You're going to be so happy if they win. I guess you'll be double happy.
Are you double happy and double sad? Like, how does it work? In
Thunder
terms of
also
that?
minus 225. Like, you don't want to take the spread and get screwed there, which is so easy on basketball. I don't know. I feel like you just let it ride. You're obviously a diehard Thunder fan.
You're going to be so happy without the money part of it. I say Connor's right. Like,
I say just let it ride.
Just enjoy it.
B, you're this diehard of a Thunder fan? Yeah, dude. Just go out and get blitzed with your boys and then wake up and go teach the youth of Nebraska. Last day of summer school, they're not going to give a fuck.
I agree with
Some
Connor.
of them are
again.
probably Thunder fans, too.
Yeah, get smashed.
Get smashed
Get
and enjoy it, man.
absolutely
You never know when it's going to happen again.
It's going to be incredible. Shout out
God,
to you.
what a poll.
2021
What a
prediction. March, you're calling the exact date that they're going to win.
I hope you have a future on them. You're talking about betting.
Yeah.
I hope you have a future on them.
If they win tonight,
shout out.
Congrats to you, Brett.
Shout out to Brett from Nebraska. Great caller.
I just got off the phone with Mr. Don Davis himself, who was insisting that I patch him through to talk to you guys. I told him it doesn't work like that. I had to explain the technology, what's limiting all of that. So he just asked me to deliver a message that Mailman Hunter versus Mailman Matt is on, and that he is listening and...
In the PFL Smart Cage.
Exactly. And then I had to, he kept wanting to chat my ear off, like how great the show is. I was like, Don, you have to go. And
Let's
then
meet
he
on Draft Day
also-
16.
Yeah, he also started talking shit again about missing the call last week. So I had to hang up
fuck.
on him, but
all right.
it happens.
Mailman Hunter versus Mailman Matt is booked. PFL Smart Cage in the
Sometime
coming
soon.
months. Wow.
I also appreciate Frank maintaining order here. Like, you can't just like barge your way on. You have to be invited. But we do appreciate Don calling in.
Holy shit. Incredible. Thank you, Don. We appreciate you getting that done, man. Giving the fight the people want.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Greg from Los Angeles. Just a quick question. They dropped the cast for the challenge on MTV season 41.
Shout out.
Ben the Bane Davis is on. Are we supporting him?
Of course.
Are we rooting for him?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Hell yes.
Question heard and answered. I will be embarking on my first season of the challenge, and I will be supporting Ben the Bane Davis. And if he gets knocked out, I'll be hooked for the rest of the season. So it's all good.
It's a tremendous show. I'm very excited for you to join us on the journey. I could not be happier for Ben the Bane. I think it can really, like, he's done so many cool things that have kind of like put him into different stratospheres of notoriety and things.
PKFC, grappling, karate combat.
This is
play-by-play. Yeah, there's going to
like
be a
real
lot of eyes on
mainstream shit. Like, there's some people
What if
off
he
these
wins?
shows that, I mean, hell, we're rooting for him to win. I hope he does.
I'm looking at some real DeGenzo stuff. There's just no way.
It's a pre-recorded show, so I don't think they would do it.
I was gonna say, what if you could get odds on an offshore?
I'll take
boat?
odds on Ben the Bane.
What if you could get odds on an offshore?
Somebody tweeted me. I've long talked about how CT is like the monster of the show, and
Yeah.
I've picked him in different.
Is he
pound
on
for
this
pounds and things.
season?
He's on this season, and there's a game called Hall Brawl, and the game Hall Brawl is there's two sheets of plexiglass about this wide, and the objective of the game is you two run head first at each other with helmets and football pads on, and whoever makes it to the other side wins.
Wow.
And so somebody asked me on X if I'm taking Ben over CT and Hall Brawl, and you're goddamn right I am.
Oh, sign me up.
'Cause Ben
it's
will
gonna be
truck
great.
him.
It's gonna
Ben
be
will
great.
truck him.
I can't wait. Nothing like a good summer reality show, you know.
We're cheering for Ben the Bane, big, heavy.
What's up, boys in the back?
What's up, man?
This is Chunk from South Carolina.
Chunk.
Hey, first time, long time. Love the show. Say, I've got a little jiu-jitsu tournament coming up this weekend.
Oh, sick.
And, there's always a little bit of nerves leading into it. But I have to say the first time I entered a tournament, maybe a couple of years ago, that was one of the most nerve-inducing things I've ever done in my life. So I wanted to ask, what is a moment that you recall as being super nerve-inducing? Was it an athletic competition of some sort? Was it something related to school or work? Maybe a production related to the show or the channel? Proposing for marriage, I would assume, is pretty nerve-wracking. I've never done it, but Anyways, just curious what your answers are, and love the show, and keep it up. Thanks. See ya.
Nerve inducing. I've had to have a couple surgeries, and I hate getting surgery. Whenever I go under, I'm always very nervous.
Is it right before? Is it leading up? Like
It's usually leading up. It's
so like the weeks before. You're like,
yeah. I'm like, fuck. I do not want to go do this, even though I've done it and come out the other side each time. I don't know why. It's just like the idea of like getting put out. I'm always nervous for. I shouldn't be though.
Yeah, for me, it was like right before I had Avery, right before we had our first kid.
Yeah.
This idea of like, all right, there's another person in my life who I'm now responsible for, and I cannot fuck this up.
Yeah.
That is a crazy thing to think about. Now, obviously, little old hat. You know, we've got 3 kids, and Avery's fantastic, and the nerves are less now because we're more experienced in it, and we've been doing well. But that first couple, like when it became real that I was going to be a parent, that was some weird trippy shit to think about.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Frank, anything?
I think you knocked it out of the park.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
Frank's never been nervous.
Hey, boys. This is Nick from Colfax, California.
Oh, shout out.
My question is for Connor. Connor, do you have any other kids other than Sean Brady? Yeah, thank you, guys.
Rick, Jordan, Ade. Who else? Everyone on the bike.
We're all his sons.
Everyone on the bike.
We're all his sons.
All my children. Might as well be a soap opera in here.
Yo, boys in the back.
What's good?
It's Jimmer.
It's Jimmer.
Jim.
Took a week off last week from calls. Was too depressed after Sugar took the defeat to Marab.
He was on that Sugar
question
train.
for you guys this week is, what's the worst defeat in sports that you guys have had to overcome?
Yeah.
This one's getting me pretty bad, guys, but he'll be back. Let's fucking go. Shout out Andy. She's the best. Love you guys. Deuce.
No brainer, 28-3. Never felt like that after anything sports related in my life before or since. That was just like, and then 28-3, and then within the calendar year, like that happened in February, and then the next January, Georgia was trying to end its national championship drought against Alabama, was up double digits in the fourth quarter, blew that, lost in overtime. So like in a 365-day span, I watched both my teams collapse in the championships, and this was at a time where I was in a complete championship drought. There was a whole theory that Atlanta had sold its soul to get the 1996 Olympic Games. Like the Braves won in 95, and then 96 the Olympic Games come, and they had no championship since. Luckily now, 21 Braves, and then 21 and 22 Georgia. So like I'm all good, I'm all set. But yeah, 28-3. 28-3 was, in the moment, it was brutal. And like, you don't need any advice to get over a sports loss. It's a sports loss. It really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But like, just give it a couple weeks, then you'll be like, oh, that actually doesn't matter at all. We're fine.
Yeah, for me, I tend to be pretty realistic about my team's expectations. So I don't feel like I have like one where I was like crushed by a sports loss.
The 28-3 was like, we won the Super Bowl. And then like he came and just like took the Lombardi away. And it was like, nah, you didn't.
Yeah. I've not been there. I've been on the other side of it. I had the Cavs in 2016 where it was like, it looked like it was fucking done, and they came back, which was incredible. I guess like the closest is, man, I was really excited for BJ Penn versus GSP, and I was like, finally, my guy BJ Penn is gonna show the world, and then GSP just trounced his ass like bad, like it was fucking horrific, and I was pretty disheartened and disappointed by that. But the one in my real life was when you're growing up and you're like I was like one of the best at basketball in the neighborhood, that first time somebody else comes from outside the neighborhood and you learn that there's levels to this shit and you're like, oh, I'm not the best person in the entire world. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Actually, not even that good, period.
That shit really fucking... That was an eye-opener. It was like, oh, fuck. Like, there's levels to this game, and I need to be a little more humble with my shit. That one really, like... that sat with me for a week, where I was like, oh, damn, all right. Like, I'm not that good, huh? Like, there's people out there that are just way better.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I guess the BJ Penn one's the closest comp. Like, that, he got beat the fuck up.
You know, this is 24-inch Dubs. Could you guys have gone down the road to Dwayne Reedy, to some godforsaken bodega, and buy the man a fan. That guy was sweating his balls off. And Ariel's like, do you want me to turn the AC? Ariel, once in a large building, once the AC is too hot, it takes hours for it to cool. It's over. You guys got to do something. Do I need a super chat? Have a fan fund here? I'm out.
Okay, so he's obviously referring to Paul Walter Hauser, who was sitting right here yesterday, and
I see some sweat glistening on your forehead.
It's warm in here right now. We should
open the window.
We forgot to mention Happy Juneteenth at the top of show, but that is a company holiday for
empty in here
for Yahoo, which
we're
means
the only people in here,
and there's no air on. It's getting toasty, I have to admit. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit of the brow glistening. We can't get a fan because then Frank's gonna kill us.
Yeah, Frank's like all fidgety about the audio. He ran in here during Fight Feast and he's like, "Yeah, the mic's turned at your shoulder. I need to just adjust it." You know, we could never do a fan.
Is that really how I talk?
But yes,
it's unbearable, Frank. Sometimes, man.
Damn.
Helwani likes to keep it toasty. It's also 90 degrees in New York right now, so it's hot.
Yeah, it's warm.
But yeah, shout out to Paul Walter Hauser, who's a mensch.
Yeah, we're not doing a fan. If you get warm in here, just take your shirt off. You know.
Yo, this is JR from Cali. First time caller. And I just had a question for Connor specifically. What does hell or high water mean to you? What does I'll be there at any cost, no matter what the cost, mean to you? Because I've been coming to International Fight Week for the past 3 years since you said that, and I haven't seen you or anybody. What's going on, man? Just kidding, just giving you guys crap. But big time fans, I'm hoping that you guys are there this week.
We will be.
In 2 weeks. I would love to see you guys. Shout out. And Frank, if you can add me on chess.com, let's get that 1v1 going like you promised me years ago. Bye.
Here we come.
Chess.com, let's go, Adam. I'll actually add you. I'm on chess.com as well. I think it's Cold Blooded Burks is the name.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how I am on the chessboard. Don't sleep. Yeah, I made a promise in 2022, 2023, and not 2024. 2022 and 2023, I think that's what he's referring to. Hell or high water and at any cost. Yeah, I made promises. I didn't deliver on them, but the good news is next week we will be there. UFC X, UFC International Fight Week, UFC 317, few Helwani shows, a watch party, yada, 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 post shows. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We will be in Vegas. Got the flight booked. Fly out on Wednesday. Can't wait.
Hope to see all you there.
That was the last voice.
I actually appreciate him calling my shit there. I appreciate that. Thank you for the calls. Any super chats, Frankie?
It wouldn't be a show without super chats.
Sure wouldn't.
God, the desk looks so good.
I was going to say, the desk looks so good.
The desk looks so good. Wow, we were both thinking that at the same time. That's kind of bizarre.
That's great.
JN, can we assign some blame to Tom for doing nothing to spark Jon's interest? Yes, the rubber duck is cute, but come on. There's so much work.
What is it? What is there to work with? Name the things that there is to work with, other than finishing everyone in 2.5 minutes.
I think what he means is like some of Jon's personal life.
Oh, you're saying like really get
him pissed.
Okay, all right. I see what you're saying.
No, I don't blame Tom. He's done everything he can.
Nah, come on, man. He's the interim champ. He's owed the title shot.
What fans have to understand is Tom is in a very difficult position. Tom is not Jon Jones. Tom can't just like demand everything he wants. He's not that guy. He hasn't established himself in that way. He can't be out there doing things that the UFC doesn't want him to do in the way that Jon Jones does, right? Jon Jones has seemingly free reign to be able to do this. Tom has to stay in line to a certain degree. And so if the UFC is like, give us patience, don't really talk about this, we're going to try and work on the Jon Jones side of it, Tom has to fall in line there because at the end of the day, the UFC is going to be his partner for a long time, and hopefully, and I assume that the UFC is going to be his partner for a long time. He has to keep that relationship and manage that relationship, and also put himself in line for when Jon Jones is potentially out of the picture, for him to be their champion and do the things that he's capable of doing. So he's straddling the fence. He's riding like the fence. He has a tricky position to kind of navigate all these things. It's not as easy as just being like, fuck you, Jon Jones, like you're this, that, the other. because there's the business side of it, and he has to maintain appearances here for a certain degree when it comes to what the UFC is asking him to do. So difficult position for Tom. I don't think that would have gotten it done anyway, and this saga I truly believe will be over very shortly. Thankfully.
Jordan Wahlberger, GC, where in New York City for best chopped cheese sandwich?
Bodega. Just go to a bodega and ask for a chopped cheese. You'll be good.
That's it.
It is kind of just like a Philly cheesesteak.
Chopped cheese is not that great. It's fine.
It's pretty good. I mean, if you're in New York, get one. I mean, there have been several nights where, you get home from the bars and it's like, might as well grab a chopped cheese.
It's a good late night, but
oh, for sure.
I never am like, I'm going out for a chopped cheese.
I would never in my life have, before a show, go get a chopped cheese for lunch.
No.
No.
You'd never go.
Too much food.
You'd never seek it. If you're drunk, as you said, and wandering the streets and you're like, there's a chopped cheese right there, you get it 100%.
For sure.
But it's not you're not going for it. You're not specifically seeking it.
Corbin comes in. Khalil versus Yuri would be a wild fight. I'm all for it. Also unrelated, best comment I've read. Ankh looks like he just discovered fire.
That's not nice.
Khalil versus Yuri would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be sick. Jairi, as Frank says.
Yeah,
it was missing the accent mark.
Frank, we know you can't read, man. It's all good.
I'm trying, man. Sarp. Hoopside.
There he goes, struggling again. Come on, man. This is basic English.
Says, hello, Mr. Burks and boys. Sculptor of FV Awards here. So sad that Istanbul plus Baku trip didn't happen. Waiting with lots of dolmas and food in Istanbul for y'all anytime. Let's eat and talk sculpting the annual Nose Awards.
Okay, leave this up for a second.
Yeah, what is he talking about?
All right, so Turkey currency, that I believe that's what he's paying in, the Turkish lira or era, one of the two. Yes, this dude made the full violence yearly awards.
No way.
Those sick gold ones.
Oh my God, those were incredible.
Incredible. So I followed him on IG. Can we put it up just one more time just to shout his name out? I believe that's what his name is on IG. Yes, Sarp Angor, the absolute man. I wish I was in Istanbul. I would crush 1,000,000 dolmas with you, get my fake hair, and some extra food there as well.
Okay.
But shout out to him.
But sculpting the Helwani.
The nose awards for next year would be fire because he absolutely killed those full violence awards.
Oh my God, they were so fucking good.
They're so good.
Wow.
They're so good. Yeah. I follow him on Instagram. I'll shoot him a DM.
Sarp,
he's the man.
shout out to you.
Shout out to Sarp.
Holy shit.
Appreciate the 220 Turkish lira.
Yeah.
Sleeto coming in with the last one here. Top 5 Rountrees.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Adesanya, number 1 tree.
Huh?
Wait, what?
I couldn't pronounce this, so I looked up what the
Baobab
name is. Adesanya.
What?
Adesanya.
What are you talking about?
What are you saying right now? I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're saying.
All right.
There's no way that says Adesanya.
I think he's saying, and I don't know, because Frank before also was talking to Andy and me, and did not speak English at all, and then.
Are you okay, man? Are you having a stroke?
I love how we now have concern.
But I think what Frank is saying is that the baobab tree is also called the Adesanya. Is that correct?
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Why?
My favorite round tree is the sequoia tree. Giants out in Cali. Yeah, shout out. That could have been a great list. I mean, technically all trees, are they round or are they
Yeah, they're round.
Okay. Yeah, the baobab.
Unless I'm mistaken, is Adesanya.
Yeah.
Adesanya.
Frank can't read. We already knew that. We already knew that.
Adesanya could be, yeah.
Frank will be going to urgent care after this.
Yes, yeah. You were kind of leaning heavy to the left, and the left side of your face was dragging.
There goes Frank.
Does it smell like burnt hair to you, Frank?
Something about toast.
Toast.
Toast. Burnt toast. All right. That's all the super chats.
That was it.
Then I think that'll do it for us. We did UFC Baku, a little PFL, the Jon Jones stuff, everything like that. Keep in mind, Crack tomorrow. Make sure you watch that at your regular scheduled programming hours. But then Monday, Helwani show at 1. Then we're back on Tuesday, so go ahead and get your voicemails in. We will break down everything with UFC 317. And then Crack Wednesday. And then Helwani show Thursday live from Las Vegas. Helwani show Friday live from Las Vegas. Watch party, post show. Helwani show live from Las Vegas on Monday as well. Should be stacked with guests. Should be a grand old time.
And don't forget, we'll also be at Fanatics Fest.
Fanatics Fest tomorrow. It is a busy schedule. We don't take any days off around here. I saw 60. Shout out. That's 9 more for you right there. 70, what?
You should have slowed down.
We're off with that one. I think we're off with that one. Should be 69. That'll do it for us. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Watch the crack tomorrow. And then International Fight Week next week. Cannot wait. We are Sin City bound. Until then, we'll see you later.